Hello, it is me again. I just had a big, lengthy moment, so if I don't sound 100%, then I'm sorry. But anyway, let's start this crap. Luigi. Huh? Luigi, how could you? Mario? Luigi thought to himself. You let me die. You let everyone die. What? I, what? You told everyone that there would be no more deaths. And look who's alive now. It was, it wasn't my fault. I've tried as hard as I can. But we've promised no more deaths, so. You killed us, lad. That's Mr. Krabs. Huh? No, You killed us. You killed us. No, Ashley wanted to escape before I. You killed us. You killed us. You killed us. No, it was Teddo who. You killed us. You killed us. No, no, no. Sans was just trying to protect. You killed us. You killed us. That wasn't your promise. You killed them, and now you're gonna kill everyone else too. No, 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 no. Just give up, bro. Join us. You don't need to prove yourself anymore. You already proven you can't. Stop it! Ding dong, bing bong. Ding dong, bing bong. Luigi's wide eyes were fixated on a particular few fibers. Give me a minute. No, I did. No, wait. Luigi's wide eyes were fixated on a particular few fibers on his bedsheet, breathing erratically and wiping away the sweat on his forehead with a shaky gloved hand. Mm, mm, mm. No, I didn't. I didn't kill. Knock, knock. The unexpected knock sent Luigi quickly out of his drowsy, panic state, and he stared at the door for a moment. Then he sprung out of bed, quickly rushing to the bedroom, splashed his face with water to rid himself of the memories of that dream. After brushing down his overalls a little, he called out an apology. Sorry for taking so long. As he went to open the door, there was there there was one who knocked was Parappa, who stood in silence at the door. Luigi looked down at his dog friend and noticed his complexion was staggering. He gave him a sympathetic look. Oh, Parappa. Oh, Parappa. No, no, I, I'm okay. I just, I guess it was a hard night for me. Luigi placed a light hand on his shoulder. I understand completely. I was never expecting you to be your usual self right now. I don't think anyone can be. Parappa simply nodded. Luigi stepped out of his room and closed the door behind him. What do we do now? I don't know. Luigi started thinking. What can we do now? So many are gone. And we have promised to not continue the killing game. We can't just carry on with our routine like before. Luigi and Parappa idled for a moment, unsure how things were going to work. When then heard a door open and looked down the hall to see Nagito quietly shutting his door behind him. Once he turned around, he paused as he noticed the two. Ah, hello. Hey, Nagito walked over to the two. How are you two? Parappa stood in silence. Ah, of course. I am sorry for even asking. No, no, no. It's okay. We just don't know what to do now. Weren't you involved in a killing game before yourself, Nagito? Oh, I know. Well, I was. However, I was the fifth victim, so I never made it this far. I don't know whether to call this good or bad luck. I see. Oh man, look at that. She's no longer Yandere-chan. She's just an Ayano. That's cute. I don't I don't like this anymore. When I look around, I see rooms that are empty and Luigi looked Luigi quickly held the dog's hand and rubbing his thumb over his palm. It really is a shame with only five of us left. Speaking of which, oh no, she went back to Yandere-chan. Speaking of which, where is the conductor? Oh, yeah, we haven't seen him yet. He's not one to sleep in, so maybe he's already at the dining hall. I agree with Luigi. The conductor would never want to oversleep. I still don't understand how you become so close to him. But it's good to trust friends, right? So we won't want to kill each other, right? Parappa, it's okay. No one's gonna die anymore. Okay, I'm sorry. You don't need to be sorry. It's only now natural to be feel doubtful after all that's happened. Let's just go to the dining hall. Following Luigi's word, the four silently made their way to the dining hall. Upon arriving, they all noticed something had appeared on the large table, and next to it wasn't immediately recognized. Oh, you all made it. I was wondering when you're all gonna get here. What is that? The other Chan had pointed out the something, but it was clear everyone had already locked their eyes onto it. It was everyone who was gone. Well, not exactly. They were portraits drawn with a smile. No wavering expressions of regret or fear, just a smile, a pure smile. A smile may a smile as if they were all okay and enjoying life. As if they were actually here with the five. Where did you I bet you're wondering where I found him. Well, I remember the late last Fluttershy talking about how she had left something in the art room a while back. I was curious, so after the last trial last night, I decided to check her dorm, and I found these hidden away in her bathroom. Do you think she was planning to give them to us all? Maybe, but isn't it strange how it's only people who have died? Then how come Fluttershy and Brian have a portrait too? You see, there was also pictures of us too. That means she made them just in case we died too? The fact she made the one for herself also meant that she felt like she could also die. I mean, when you put it like that, it does seem pretty depressing. So that's why I decided to only put these ones here. I believe she did this with with good intentions. It was for someone who lost someone else close to them. That's what I thought too. I really do admire her consideration. Yeah. And then nothing, and then nothing, and then nothing was left to say. The explanation was clear. Fluttershy only wanted to help whoever was struggling with a death cope. Even beyond the grave, her kindness was still strong. One could say it was a shame she never revealed the portrait sooner. But one could also assume she had just only finished before her unfortunate demise. Luigi, for one, really needed this. It was unexpected to see all the people who were gone, the people he tried to encourage with his determined words, the people who had all lost to death and despair. He thought he was going to break down, but he didn't. Everyone's faces in the portraits were happy, even the more jaded. I feel like Ashley were smiling, and there was also Mario. To see Mario's face again, even as drawing, was beyond words. There were no pictures Luigi could look at beforehand, and the only physical thing he could look at was his hat. His hat. But here, it was as if his brother was here. And if it was as if everyone was here, as if the true essence had what it really was in these pictures. And Luigi knew he wasn't the only person who felt this way. Parappa was staring at the portraits too, eyes wide and full of melancholy and awe. If Luigi had to guess, it was mostly aimed towards Brian. To We didn't know how far specifically Parappa had made his progress with Brian, but he could tell it was a lot. Just from what he heard. To lose someone he had just become friends with wasn't really fair. And then Luigi shifted his focus towards Nagito. It'd take a genius to know he was looking at Sans. If they really had been close ever since the start of the clean game, then Luigi knew probably wasn't easy for him to face the skeleton again, even in a picture form, although Nagito's expression was as neutral as usual, with him with a hint of strain. Luigi wondered how different things would have been if the two did reveal their relationship towards each other earlier on. Of course, there was the conductor. He really didn't get on with many people to begin with. His only real relationship was his real rivalry with Didi. Other than that, he probably did like Luigi himself, and maybe Nagito. Though this was, though it was really unclear to Luigi just what was going on between the two. Yandere-chan was similar in that aspect. She never really put her trust into anyone too often. She might have been reminiscing on the musical trio, but Luigi never really could see behind her straight face that regularly. And that was all they could do, stare at their portraits and relive their memories when they were alive. There was nothing else that they could do. There was nothing else that they wanted to do. Surely there is something else you bunch of he should be doing. Even though Monokuma's sudden presence should have been startling, no one cared to acknowledge him, as they should, because Monokuma in this one, he's a jerk. Let me be honest, Monokuma, yeah, he is a jerk sometimes, but like he's been a jerk. Like most of the time, he's just like there, but this time he's just been jerkish. Really? You're not gonna stare at some pictures? You make me laugh. They They're just pictures. We're doing this for a reason. Papa, just ignore him. Papa, just ignore him. He'll never understand. Oh, understand completely. I understand that you guys can't move on. Oh, no, you just have to sulk over some weak old bastard. Boo-hoo-hoo, how silly. Malakuma, just stop it. We knew you're a heartless git. Now leave us be. My goodness, you all feel the same way? As to be expected, of course. I mean, seriously, You're just making me lose my sickly sweet personality here. Cry me a river already, because you're all wasting your time over people who don't matter. Oh god, Luigi's going to break. The sound of sneakers grazing the floor startled Luigi as he noticed the small dog stumble out of his room in tears, sniffling and sobbing until he couldn't be heard anymore. Parappa! Oops, did I do that? Get out of our sight. Get that freaky expression off your face. That's all Luigi heard before he fled the dining halls. Well, juggling with the frantic thoughts in his mind as he ran, he sharply stopped on his toes as he arrived in the dormitory, whipping his head left and right, to try and gain an idea where to head next. Opting Opting to head up the stairs, Luigi searched the second floor before pushing all the doors open of the indoor field. Ah, Parappa! Parappa was sat away in the middle of the track, hugging his knees to his chest, as he quietly whimpered between them. Luigi's brows furrowed in righteous concern and sympathy. As Ollie walked over to him, sitting down beside him, he wrapped a light arm over the other's shoulders. I'm sorry, I had a little bit of a thing. Anyway, why, why, why does he say those things about them? He's just trying to get to us. We know that they were more than that. Does, does, does that mean I fell for it? I fell for it? Of course not. We're all regretful. We can't have failed this way. However, this only means we can become stronger from this. Well, at least I think that's what Mario would say. Papa looked up at Luigi. You're saying we should be like Mario? In a way, I suppose. Mario was he was brave in any situation and never backed down to prove what was right. But that's you, Luigi. Me? Yeah. In every trial you fought for the truth, and when people were fighting, you were always the first to try to sort it out. Not to mention, you tried to be friends with everyone. That's Papa, realizing he was now on his knees, invading Luigi's personal space, moved back to his original position. I just want to be like you. But I don't think I can. I'm dumb. I keep getting scared when no one else does. Parappa, you see that as a bad thing? You're still young, and no one your age is meant to go through all of this. And yet, I can still see that you're trying to make the effort. Don't you remember finding the monocoin and that stand of fur? Don't you remember talking to Ayano, despite her outburst that one time? Look, what am I trying to say is that you are really mature, but it's also okay to be scared. We all are. Papa stood in silence. And then Papa, Papa thought that for a minute. And then Papa leaned on Luigi's shoulder. Thank you, Luigi. Is now question mark, says, is everything, is everything alright in here? Oh, I know. Don't worry about Monokuma. I think we threatened him enough. Well, I'm not actually so sure. I left while the conductor was still cursing him out. Papa chuckled under his breath as Ayano took a seat opposite to them. And are the pictures okay? Of course, they hold a sentimental value to you all. I would never let anyone take away my shrine either. Shrine? 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 Okay, give me a minute. Shrine? Don't worry. Ah, so this is where you all went to. Hey, Nagito. And the conductor too, it seems. Well, I was only following him to see if he's gonna get up to no good. You still believe I'm danger? How silly to think otherwise. No, that isn't what I. Never mind. The two went to sit with the others after a bit. They're just having some time to each other. That's nice. This place looks a wee bit empty, eh? But it's calming. It reminds me of the place I want to be. Outside. I still truly wonder what's outside these walls. We could be anywhere for all we know. Yeah, haha. Remember when DDD suggested we should all break down a wall? Oh no, that picnic's idea of an escape route. Absolute hooey. I wonder what would happen if we did try that back then. With Monokuma's presence, I doubt we'd get anywhere with that, which is a shame, because it would have been quite interesting to see. Well, if we all would have cooperated, which I feel is unlikely. I bet everyone in Mr. Krabs' crew would have worked together. I just realized that me and Parappa are the only ones left from his crew. We really have lost so many. Luigi thought to himself. I remember me and Sans were going to ask to join the crew actually. Oh yeah, I remember saying something like that. Why? Do you really think it was helpful? Of course. You really were one of the first examples of shining hope here. You and your hope. I just don't understand it. I don't think anyone understands it. The fire shared a laugh, their stress and grief being forgotten for only a moment, as they relished in their light-hearted memories. This is nice. What now? Eh? Our goal is uncertain now. As we've pushed Monokuma away, he hasn't provided us with a new floor or motive as per usual. Well, I just want to get out of here as soon as fucking possible. As annoying this may sound, the only way to carry this on would be to ask Monokuma. What do you mean? I learned that the remaining survivors in my last killing game were challenged by Monokuma with a graduation ceremony where they had to figure out the mystery of where they were. And you're assuming it would be the same here? It's the same bear, right? Then we gotta do it. We gotta challenge Monokuma to let us out. What? Are we really doing this? There's one more chapter after this. What the hell? No mystery. Does that mean we all have to sit through another round that blooming trial run? We've done it before. I have done it plenty of times before. And at least we won't be about the murder. The others not in agreement. After getting up, the five decided to head to the gym, seeing as it was a typical place Monokuma would summon them. Get out of here, Monokuma. We know you can see us. I know I can see you, but can you see me? Oh, well, I guess you can now. Anyway, what happened to all that silent treatment y'all gave me? Make out your minds, people. I think you know what we to do next, Monokuma. Yeah, if you aren't even telling us to kill each other, then let us out. Isn't that what you were saying before? That you had a lot to prepare, that you had a lot of preparations to make, quote unquote. I did, didn't I? Well, I'm not saying you're wrong, but so soon? Do you think you could handle it? Handle what? Why, the final mystery, the final class trial, the final showdown, hosted by yours truly. Will it work the same way as before? As like with Hajime and the others? You're a bit eager, ain't ya? Let's dial back a bit, shall we? We will got all the time in the world. Let's then just tell us what we need to do. Alrighty. Can you figure out the mystery of this cool? where you are and how you got here, why you're even here, what I had for breakfast. Well, maybe not that. Why this killing game even exists? If you can answer all that, well, we'll see what happens next. Or if you want, or if, or you, or if you even want anything to happen next.
Well, how do we go about doing it all? You only gave us 3 clues. How are we supposed to work with that?
Man, you're so bad at detectiving. You can't even figure out the answer for just a few clues. Well, I suppose it's a bit too harsh for a bunch of simpletons. In that case, I'll provide you all the little scavenger hunt around the school for the important clues you need. And the all exclusive looks you into the places you've never been to.
Such as the data center?
You're gonna have to find that out on your own. I'm keeping the secrets from you, not spilling them.
How are we gonna find the clues? Parappa asked. It's just that Parappa feels like his voice should be different because, you know, he's been through a lot. But anyway,
Oh, just with a little riddle I came up with. If you wish to know where to look, visit the places that made you look. You rattled with fear and cried your tears and solved the mystery of your peers. Ah ha ha ha! Good luck!
Monokuma boomed out a laugh before disappearing, being away behind the gym stage curtains. I suppose we should start investigating now.
Wait, you know where to go already? Visit the places that made you shook, and solve the mystery of your peers. That could only mean,
Luigi thought to himself.
it must have been hidden the clues where everyone was killed.
That's simple enough, since there were 5 cases and each occurred in different floors. We should split up and look on each one. That seems the best strategy. We don't know when Monokuma will stop us, and we'll need to find everything if we're going to solve his mystery.
Yeah, yeah, we can do it. We can do it for everyone. For the last time, we'll be investigating inside Alisa school. If Monokuma wants us to. No, if the mastermind wants us to solve the mystery, then we will.
Luigi thought to himself.
Let's go!
Investigation. Start. The 5 split off to each floor, Luigi himself starting on the first. He walked back to the dining hall, taking a quick glance at the pictures again before making his way to the kitchen.
This this is the place Mario killed Mr. Krabs. I still wish he could have told me his internal struggle with the first blood perk.
Luigi thought to himself. Sighing, Luigi straightened up and scanned the kitchen for a clue, and stopped when he saw a sheet of paper lying in one of the crates. Upon walking over to it and picking it up, he noticed its familiarity.
Ah, this is the equipment list.
Luigi thought to himself. As he reread it, Luigi remembered what everyone had originally said about the sheet. I found this. What is it? Flashback. I found this. What is it? Looks like an equipment list. Yes, it is the equipment list for cleaning and sports supplies in the storage closet in the gym. The storage closet. Who knew there'd be a clue in there?
How is it a clue?
No, that's not the D. How is it a clue? No, that's still not the D. How is it a clue? Did a mop go missing or something? I'm gonna go with that. Look at the date when the equipment was last checked. As Luigi looked closer, he read the sign of the time date of the last equipment check.
Ah, the date is at least 2 years old. 2 years old? What's that got to do with anything?
It's strange how nothing has been checked for 2 years. We assume this school has been active, I guess. That's actually, I guess. I don't know. What if they were just lazy or something? Or Bert never stops monitoring his equipment. The previous signed date consistently have a consistent weekly gap. So there is no reason as to why they stopped checking. Also, we can infer that this school was indeed active from the presence of this signed sheet. What if that was made by Monokuma? Something tells me Monokuma wouldn't lie to us like this.
Why?
No reason.
Well, there obviously is if you're gonna mention.
No, that's
Well, there totally is, obviously, if you're gonna mention it.
so this means we're in abandoned school. It's gonna be pretty easy to get out then. Flashback end.
Are we really in abandoned school, like Mario said? Or was this really just made by Monokuma? I don't know. But if he's gonna give us this to us again, I might as well keep it in mind.
Equipment list has been added to truth bullets.
I think that was all in here. I might as well help others on the other floors too.
Before leaving, Luigi took one last long look at the kitchen, seeing it was probably his last.
I don't believe it. Huh? Oh, it's just you. What do you want now? You're gonna find out everything? No way. No hell's chance you ain't. Never, never, never. We will. Stop messing with me. But I know you won't because I can cover my ears and not listen to you.
Well then, who is this mastermind?
I'm I'm a leaving now.
Luigi passed the bear who had his ears covered by his robotic paws as he left for the second floor, continuing into performance hall.
This is where Ashley killed Didi. She wanted to see her friends again so badly that she tried to make a case we wouldn't be able to figure out, and used him as the victim.
Oh, Luigi. That last part was all thought by Luigi. Oh, Luigi. Luigi. oh, Luigi. Luigi looked over towards the stage to see a conductor holding what looked like an orange sheet of paper. He walked over to see it was a newspaper clipping. Remember this?
Oh yeah, I do.
I still don't understand this headline. Scientific breakthrough has disclosed the possibility of other universes. I still think it's just a movie prop.
Still, if Monokuma placed it here, then surely he wants to acknowledge it.
Well, I'll leave the mystery solving to you, Luigi. I'm just a director after all.
You can't think like that anymore. If we want to escape, we need to work together to figure this out.
You're right. I guess this is supposed to be a part of the how we got here question, eh?
Yeah,
Luigi started thinking to himself.
but does that mean by different universes? Sure, I wouldn't expect to see any of these guys in my world, but does that really mean we're from different universes?
Luigi thought to himself. News clipping News article clipping has been added to truth bullets. Huh. I was just wondering what things would be if old Dee and Ashley were around for a little longer.
Like how they would react to future murders?
I'm sorry. And everything else that happened, really. I didn't know much about him, but maybe if I had another chance, I would at least try to talk to Penguin civilly.
I'm sorry I told you two to avoid each other instead of advising you to make up.
Nay, it's all right. I would have never listened to you at the time. If you did. Anyway, anyway, you'd best be gone if you want to help out the others. I want to try and see how far I can get on my own.
Good luck!
Luigi said. Waving the owl goodbye, Luigi left for the next stop on his list.
Ah, you smell, Luigi. Luigi? What? I hate you so much. I despise your greasy mustache, your ugly overalls, and your big nose.
We just stood in silence at the utter ridiculousness this was a babbling Monokuma.
Maybe I should just start calling you something like Luigi with an H. Or how stupid can you get? Bye.
Luigi, ignoring the bare second instruction, moved on to the third floor, more specifically, the study.
This is where Tero killed Tudi and Miku before moving her body. She really loved her that much to do all of that?
Luigi thought to himself. Luigi noticed someone checking out the laptop on the desk. Hmm,
Is that the same laptop as before?
I believe it is, considering it only contains the pre-report we saw before, a few Word files, probably created by Brian when he used it.
Ah, yeah.
He thought to himself.
Is the report the same?
I asked that to myself as well. However, the lower half of the file is no longer corrupted, or at least has been replaced with something else.
Oh?
Chan turned the laptop around so that Luigi could read the monitor. The mutual killing school life will follow the general formula of the mastermind, the one masterminded by Junko Enoshima. While extra terms and rules can be put in place, everything else should mimic to a similar degree. It's what I want. It's what I long for. 16 individuals falling to despair. Who cares where they're from? When they despair, they're all the same. I love it. Luigi recognized the first part all too well, but as he looked below that paragraph, there was more text, this time readable. Man, I really did think this way back then. Way to be serious. I'm not so about the formalities anymore. At least I think I'm not. What I care about now is providing the best possible cases, the best possible events, and the best possible emotions every time. I have plans, but I'm always nervous they're not gonna work. So I'm gonna pull my weight to make them work. No matter who they hurt, after all, they're gonna hurt at least someone. That's what I long for now. If Luigi thought the first paragraph turned informal, this one felt like an insult as to how a report should be formatted. He didn't even feel like he was the same person writing it anymore, and yet the wording made it seem like it was. You look confused.
Well, I am. I have no idea what they're talking about, honestly.
Whoever wrote this obviously had a change of heart, if only by formal standards. They seem a little more relaxed than I would assume.
Why do they keep going about their plans? They must be pretty passionate about them.
Indeed, they must be the plans for the killing game.
Whoever wrote that? Why do you feel this way? Why do you feel about this way about making this deal to each other? I guess we'll have to wait to find that out.
Luigi thought to himself. Pre-report file has been added truth bullets.
I think I understand what Monokuma is doing now. He's giving us one piece of evidence per floor.
However, I do have something else I wish to share with you.
Oh, you do?
I think it's final time I reveal what I found during my experiment a couple of nights ago.
Oh, yeah. That must have been very important now.
I believe the mastermind was successfully distracted by you because I had no trouble lockpicking the data center. I knew I didn't have much time to work with, so I knew I couldn't look through any of the computer files or drawers, but I did manage to pick this up before I left. The other champ produced a purple book from behind her back.
What is it?
It says it's a journal of sorts, a type of. No, wait, let me do that again. I believe the mastermind was successfully distracted by you because I had no trouble lockpicking the data center. I knew I didn't have much time to work with, so I knew I couldn't look through any of the computer files or drawers. But I did manage to pick this up before I left. Yandere-chan produced a small purple book from behind her back.
What is it?
It says it's a journal of sorts, a type of data log where someone was writing daily entries about things that occurred that day.
What do you think this belongs to? The traitor?
Yes, only someone like a traitor would be given that role. This also means we can try and figure out their identity too.
That's great. Do you have any leads?
Not yet, but I'll let you have a look for yourself. Leader-chan handed the journal to Luigi, who promptly started to flick through the papers, stopping on a random entry. Found another clue. Was given a present from the machine by Luigi. Dinner was usual talk.
Ah,
Luigi flicked over to another entry. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. Go away, please, 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 stop. Go away. I don't want this. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you.
what?
Ah, so you found that entry. I'm still unsure why they wrote something like that, and how the mastermind let them, considering they looked like they were told to make reports only.
Not, not even the traitor was served from despair. Ah, but who could this even be? One of us? Someone that's a gun?
Luigi thought to himself. Trader's journal has been added to truth bullets.
Well, I suppose I should get going now.
Before you do, I think it's best that you take this with you.
The laptop? Why?
There's a file on here named Apology. I haven't looked at it out of respect, yet I feel as if someone would benefit from looking at it.
I see. If they wrote it, then she thinks they would want to read it. Thank you, I.
Luigi thought to himself.
Thank you, I. Good luck on your investigation.
Closing the laptop lid, carrying it on his arm, Luigi left for the study on the fourth floor.
Hey, wait. Come on. Don't be so hasty. I don't really. Hey. Wait. Come on. Don't be so hasty. I don't really have a time for distractions, Monokuma. Come on. What if I gave you something? More monocoins, a new floor, a bowling alley? If you want it, it's yours. Maybe if I give you something worthwhile, you can stop this.
Luigi strode right past Monokuma.
I don't understand what he's going on about. Does he want us to figure out everything or not?
Now on every he's going through the 5 stages of grief. That's why he shut his eyes. He was mad at Luigi. Now he's bargaining, and then he's going to be sad, and then he's going to accept it. Now on the fourth floor, Luigi headed to the principal's office.
This is where Sans killed Peter. Did they get all caught up in it purely because of the motive swap? It's so crazy to think about.
Luigi thought to himself. Ah, hello, Luigi.
I kinda expected Nagito to be here of all places.
Luigi thought to himself.
Hey Nagito, what did you find?
It's quite interesting, actually. I found it on the desk. A file detailing the events of Hope Peak and the tragedy.
Oh, like the one you were telling me about before?
Yeah, it talks a lot about the killing games that occurred too. Nagito handed the file over to Luigi, who read up on some sections, spending a little more time on looking over the killing games.
So, it says here that the killing games were usually broadcasted. What does that mean?
Ah, you see, the killing games were essentially a tool to provoke despair and uproar in other people, such as how the first killing game was shown to the entire world, and mine was shown to the Future Foundation.
Does that mean we're being recorded too?
Luigi could took a quick side glance at the camera in the room. Possibly, but I'm not sure who we're being shown to, if so.
I've never really thought about that before. I'm being broadcasted. Everyone else is being broadcasted. To who? I don't want to imagine it.
Luigi thought.
This file is very helpful, though. I think I better keep the information in mind.
Hope Speak file has been added to Truth Bullets. Luigi continued through the file and stopped at a certain section.
This is interesting. It says here that there's usually one lucky student in each class. They were picked from a raffle to enter the school alongside ultimates.
Ah, I remembers that so fondly.
What does that mean? Is a talent the ultimate hope? Wait, Nagito, just how much do you know about the Ultimates?
Quite a lot, actually. I admire talent. It's what keeps the world spinning with hope. Ah, to be lucky to coexist with such talented people.
Yeah, something feels off here. Now is not the best time to bring it up. I'm just gonna have to remember what he said.
Nagito's account has been added to truth boards. Luigi was about to suggest his departure until he noticed Nagito's expression had become quite distant as he looked to his prosthetic hand. I never realized I haven't been in here since the investigation.
Oh, Nagito, I'm sorry.
It's alright. It's probably the reason why I decided to look in here. When Sans and Peters are original guards. Of course, the conductor has been a very good stand in.
I suppose so, but I wouldn't recommend saying that to his face.
Luigi thought to himself.
Are you going to be alright in here on your own?
I doubt I won't be. I just need a little more time in here anyway.
I can only imagine how he felt walking in on Sans after killing Peter for good. I don't think I could even cope if I caught Mario doing what he did.
Luigi thought to himself.
Well, if you insist, I'll see you around, okay?
Luigi, after a goodbye, left the principal's office where his next stop, the fifth floor.
Why, Luigi? Why? Why, Luigi? Why? Luigi, do you want to see me suffer that badly? You're horrible. Absolutely horrible.
Murakuma said. Luigi stood in silence in utter bewilderment.
I don't ever wanted to detained. Now, my life has gone down the drain. What can a man like me do? Stand up? You might as well throw me into the trash. Boo hoo hoo, frowny face.
Luigi still stood in silence in utter bewilderment. But then he decided to leave. Once Luigi arrived into the fifth floor, he made his way onto the Monokuma Museum.
This is where Brian accidentally killed Fluttershy after the struggle. The fact that they completely disregarded their fighting to be able to help us is a pretty selfless.
Luigi thought to himself.
Um, hey, Parappa, what are you doing? Well, I found this. I'm not sure if this is the clue though.
Luigi walked to Parappa to see why he was holding a scrapbook.
Class of a 69?
Yeah, I found it lying here. Inside inside is strange. Inside it is very strange.
Oh,
Parappa opened the book, and Luigi was immediately greeted with an array of familiar faces, all pictured in different situations. There was a selfie of Miku and Tero, Ashley trying to stop Red from taking their picture, Mr. Krabs showing off a restaurant, then Parappa turned over to the next page, and it was the same. A white shot of Fluttershy and her animals, Sans napping under a snowy tree. There was even a photograph of Mario and Luigi holding a trophy they had won together.
they're all pictures of us. They even have a picture of me and my friends. What do you think they got this? They got all of these. I don't know, but these all look like pictures from our homes. Does that mean they stole them? Maybe. But this is also strange. This picture, there's just picture of picture. I mean,
I had a stroke, sorry.
there's just picture after picture of all of us. Why did the mastermind make this? And why did they give it to us as a clue?
Luigi thought to himself. Scrapbook has been added to truth boards. And Luigi thought more about the strange clue. He watched Parappa turn a page with the aforementioned photo of him and his friends. Papa stood in silence as he remembered all the good times they had with his friends.
You all look really close. Yeah, we do a lot of things together. I miss them all.
Luigi then realized what he said, what he had still under his arm.
Oh, Parappa, I think there's something that you should see. Huh? Huh? What is it?
Luigi opened the laptop, opened the text file, and gave it to Parappa to read. From what Luigi saw before giving it away, it was only a few short paragraphs long. He was almost 100% sure it was indeed signed by Brian. Luigi saw as Parappa stared intensely at the screen, then looked back at Luigi.
He wrote this for me? If that's what it says. Can I be alone for a moment to read it again and then maybe again? Of course, Parappa. Take as much time you need.
The dog smiled gratefully as he took his leave.
Fine, I get it. Of course I get it. You want to do this. Of course. I knew it. I was just being kind of silly because I'm a silly bear, you see. I don't think it's wise to ignore me, Luigi.
We'll be meeting each other very soon,
What?
Luigi said.
Hmm? What? What? What's the problem? Why aren't you investigating? Or do you really want to stay here? Oh. Oh, how about this? I'll give you the secret to the universe to keep you going. 0208. Such a fine little secret. Now get a move on. A little birdie told me that a room has magically been unlocked for you and your friends.
Narukuma dashed off, leaving Luigi in utter confusion over his disorganized speech.
Luigi? Parappa said. Oh, you're done, Parappa. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot more confident now. Where should we look next? I think the data center is open now. Should we go to get the others and check it out? Good idea.
Luigi, with the help of Parappa, proceeded to round up the others over to the data center on the third floor. Is he really unlocked now? I suppose there's only one way to find out. And then Chan tried the handle and without any struggle managed to get the door open. Ah, how oddly satisfying. The group entered the data center and was exactly the same as Luigi had known it from when he first stumbled upon it after the fourth trial. The filing cabinets, the monitors everywhere, everything was here.
Where should we start looking?
I'm still conscious of time, so I would advise we don't waste time looking at everything.
Then, how about we start with those files on the desk?
The five walked over to the desk and were caught Stanley. The five walked over to the desk and were caught at a standstill at what they saw.
These are.
What the heck are they? They look like files. Files about each of us. The bundles of files scattered over the desk were titled name with the names of the 16 participants, all with the accompaniment of student information. Luigi picked up the file belonging to him and skimmed through the pages. One was about his early life, another was about his likes and dislikes, another was about his family and friends. It was almost like a biography, but wrong. Wrong because of how much detail went into it, even about minuscule things he had forgotten about. He looked at the others. He knew they felt the same. How did he know about that?
This is really weird.
I suppose this ties into how they created the third motive. It's quite a lot of information about us, huh? It's almost a little too much.
Well, like me whole blooming existence.
Luigi picked up Mario's file. It was the same, filled through the brim with information.
Is this really the data they needed of us? I don't like this. I don't like it knowing all about us.
Student files had been added to through bullets. Luigi set down the files down. set the files down, a sickening taste forming at the back of his throat. Hmm, what is it? Oh, nothing really. There's just a map of each floor over here.
Oh, yeah, there's a map of all 6 floors. Wait, 6?
Six? You said anything about the sixth floor now?
That's weird. I don't remember seeing a staircase on the 5th floor.
The map says that the staircase is located in the corridor towards the exit hall.
Should we go check?
I suppose we do have time to. And so the group traveled up to the fifth floor to see if the supposed staircase was really there.
Ah, I see it.
How did he manage to hide a whole staircase? If it's Monokuma, anything may be possible, and it seems here that it is.
Since it's open, we should go check. We should still be cautious, though.
Following their trek upstairs, the group laid eyes on a hall with only one room. They looked at each other before walking towards it.
Hey, what's that?
Looks to be a keypad. I was supposed to be the code could be 11037. Haha. That's one number too many. You can see it only takes a 4-digit code.
Oh, then maybe.
Luigi inputted the numbers 0208 given to him by Monokuma previously. Beep.
Whoa, Whoa, is it open?
How did you know what the code was, Luigi?
Well, I didn't exactly know. I didn't know exactly. I just the number Monokuma gave me while I was investigating.
That bed's been awfully generous to us with where we can go. Monokuma always likes a fully solved mystery. Luigi opened the door and everyone went inside. As for Luigi's first impression, it was unexpected to say the least. The room was dim with only vibrant light of monitors pinned to the wall behind the desk, illuminating the interior. There were sheets of paper everywhere, some on the information desk, some stuck to walls, even some strewn across the floor. If Luigi squinted, he could have sworn there was also a mini fridge at the side. Question mark. Why the entire place we've got here? This must be the mastermind's room.
Really? Where are they? Are they hiding?
Really? Where are they?
Are they hiding?
They're probably somewhere else. It would have been bad for them if we did find them here.
Considering how messy it is, they probably spent a long time here.
The five started looking around the room in different areas. Luigi making his own way back to the desk. There were a few notebooks, a laptop, a separate keyboard, and monitors on the wall. Luigi paused.
Guys?
What's wrong, Luigi? Luigi pointed at the monitors, which grabbed everyone's attention. Ah, they must be the camera feed. So how come they still knew what happened even after the camera was shot? That's still quite unclear. However, we can tell the cameras are the main tool to watch us.
They've been watching us this whole time? From everywhere?
It's what usually happens, unfortunately. Thank the Lord they have some common decency not to have cameras in the bathrooms.
They've seen it all from here. Every murder, every execution. What isn't known to them anymore?
Mastermind's hideout has been added to truth boards.
Well then, I think that's just enough investigating for you all.
Luigi almost jumped as the monitor rapidly flickered to static, and then a whole feed of Monokuma. What? Really? We hardly got anything out of these places.
Nah, I'm pretty sure you got all you need.
Luigi stood in silence.
Oh, don't look so glum, Luigi. I promise what happens next will be super fun. Are you ready? Are you steady? Because it's time, folks. Time for the last class trial to commence. Head to the red door on the first floor, and wow, we've all come so far. I just can't believe it. I I'm just super excited to feel the despair. Let's go. Come on. Yo.
The monitor shut off completely, leaving the five in a deep darkness.
There it is again. Monokuma keeps changing. I don't understand why.
Is the mastermind the Mono Kids? Is that what we're going with?
Well, I'll need to bring that up. I'll need to confront him about it.
Luigi thought. Monokuma's characterization has been truthful. Well, shall we? I guess we have no choice. Slowly and silently, the group walked down each floor until they were back to the first, the floor they all awoke up not too long ago. As they passed the classrooms, Luigi recalled the first memory of the school. So did the reader. Being in pain from having to read a fanfiction that he really thought he would never read. But now things had all changed. From the first memory of this school, when he woke up in a panic and tripped up on his own brother. Then he thought back to meeting everyone else afterwards, getting told about the killing game and everything else that proceeded. Once making it to the empty elevator room, they watched the doors open.
Is everyone ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. I've never experienced the final trial before. I'm a little nervous, honestly.
Same here. Same.
We know what we need to do first. Solve the mystery. Whatever happens next is what we need to brace for.
What will happen next? What is the mystery behind the school?
Luigi thought to himself. Well, we shouldn't waste time anymore. Well, we shouldn't waste any more time. And with that, Yandere-chan was the first to walk onto the elevator. Preceding her was the conductor, followed by Nagito, then Parappa, and finally Luigi. The doors promptly closed, and for the final time, the elevator started to descend. Luigi didn't want to admit it. He had become akin to the sensation of falling deep to ever so slowly. He was sure the others felt the same way. It was somber right down, as it usually was. During the first case, more people were prone to talk. As more and more passed, the enclosed space became nothing but a vacuum of tension and misery. If Luigi closed his eyes, he could almost imagine he was in the presence with the 16 others he started among. Maybe they were here, just not physically. But as the ding awoke from his thoughts, Luigi knew that he couldn't think about that anymore.
Well, surprised to see you all here. I'm glad. So glad. It's red again. Not exactly. It's like a red pink. A hue between. Just a bit different. I thought we could return to the original look, but not too closely.
No one asked for the artist process, if you could even call it that.
Anywho, it's time. Time. What time is it? It's time for the final trial. The boss battle you've all been waiting for. Me against you. You against me. I'll be joining for real this time.
How fun. It seems you've swapped around the portraits too.
Oh yeah, I just thought we needed a nice new change for the final showdown. So go to your new seats, everyone.
When she walked over to his assigned seat, he glanced at every portrait and every friend that he still had with him. Then he took a deep breath.
We can do this. I can do this.
Luigi thought to himself.
We lost so many, but now we are here. We've made a promise to end this killing game. once and for all. No more wavering. No more false promises. This is it, Luigi, for Mario and for everyone else. We're going to expose the mystery of this school and we're gonna get out.
And so ends the battle between hope and despair, truth and lies, trust and doubt. The final class trial has begun. What do you think that was the end? The end of this episode? No. No, it's not. Well, why is it not the end of the episode if you usually make 3 videos of each chapter? Well, the thing is, well, not 3, but 2. Well, the thing is that I am out of Slowpoke or Ninjask pictures. So yeah. Sorry about that. Um Alright. Alright, next chapter. They're here at the last chapter. Chapter 18. Oh boy. 5 time. Let's go. Here we go. Class trial, baby. No one's dead, but we're gonna figure this shit out. 5 times that Luigi and company had to solve a murder case featuring their friends. Now with only 5 left, what will become of them against the so-called mastermind? Can hope really be found in exposing them? Hell, what will they do once they're exposed? Well, there's only one way to find out. Well, that was the last time Mr. Tutorial Man was ever going to talk. So goodbye, Mr. Tutorial Man. Okay, so now we go on to truth bullets. Equipment list. The equipment list had a consistent gap of records checks, which I had abruptly stopped and forgotten about for 2 years. Some have theorized this is because the school had been abandoned. Newspaper clipping. A newspaper article with the headline Scientific Breakthrough has disclosed the possibility of other universes, details about the theory of the multiverse, and that testing on communication and travel between universes will be put in place to see if it's successful. Pre-report. A file on the laptop originally only containing the coherent paragraph now contains 2 detailing plans about the killing game. Oh wait, no, Mr. Tutorial Man is back. The mutual killing school life will follow the general formula the one masterminded by Junko Enoshima. While extra terms and rules can be put in place, everything else should mimic to a similar degree. It's what I want. It's what I long for. 16 individuals fall into despair. Who cares where they're from? When they despair, they're all the same. I love it. Man, did I really think that way back then? When to be so serious? I'm not so about formality anymore. About the formalities anymore. At least I think I'm not. What I care about now is providing the best possible cases, the best possible events, the best possible emotions each time. I have plans, but I'm always nervous they're not gonna work. So I'm gonna pull my weight to make them work. No matter who they hurt, after all, they're gonna hurt at least someone. And that's what I long for now. Long for is in quotation marks for some reason. Traitor's Journal. A journal that was picked up by Yandere-chan. They contain daily entries from who presumably is the traitor. Some entries include found another clue. Was given a present from the machine by Luigi. Dinner was usual talk. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. Go away, please. Please stop it. Go away. I don't want this. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. Hope's Peak Report. A file containing information about Hope's Peak Academy and its involvement with the tragedy, and more specifically, killing games. It knows how killing games are usually broadcasted to certain people to spread despair. Nagito's account. Nagito has reminisced on the lucky student aspect of Hope's Peak, where one student is picked out of a raffle to join the school. He also explained how much he admires talent and feels lucky to coexist alongside them. Scrapbook. A scrapbook containing photographs of all 16 participants of the killing game. They have been inferred to be taken in each person's hometown before the killing game. Student files. Each student has a file containing a considerable amount of information on them, from personal life to general tastes. It's unclear who found out this information and how. Mastermind's hideout. On the newly found sixth floor, there is a single room containing what is believed to be the Mastermind's hideout. It's worth noting how the camera feed can be found there as well, and we found here as well. Monokuma's characterizations. Sometimes Monokuma would act out of character, quote unquote, replacing his extravagant and sadistic personality with a more mellow and serious tone. It is believed that this is the mastermind breaking character to directly talk to the participants. Oh god. Class trial. All rise. So we have Luigi, Mario, Parappa, Brian, Yandere-chan, Fluttershy, Tootie, Miku, Mr. Krabs, Taylor, Peter, Ashley, the conductor, King Dedede, Nagito, Sans. Wait a minute. They are all next to someone who they liked. You know, the conductor is next to Dedede. Nagito is next to Sans. Luigi is next to Mario. Parappa is next to Brian. And Ayano is next to Fluttershy, at Turi and Miku, who are her supposed friends. Welcome, welcome. Gosh, look, and if you're wondering where Monokuma is seated, here's seated where Mr. Krabs would have been. Gosh, look at you all. You are all so pumped to go against silly old me, Well, I gone easy on ya. So you'll be joining us this time? Indeed I am. I mean, everyone's forgotten about Mr. K at this point anyway. So I'm sure you don't care if I just join his seat. You seem awfully excited. Man, why wouldn't I be? I've been waiting for this moment since the start. Well, then let's not waste any time, Let's get to it, people. And so we shall. But where do you expect us to start? Unlike the previous cases, there isn't much of a clear starting point, unfortunately. How about the location's been bugging me the most. Just where the pack's name are we? I agree with that. With the bolted windows and whatnot, figuring out the general location has been never possible for me. Uh, I guess that's what I was going to say. But to pinpoint a specific location when we don't even know a general one, that is troubling. But nothing we can't handle, right? Just like everyone at the previous trial. Discussions will lead us to the answer. And and, and anyway, I'm starting to have a bad suspicion about it. Luigi thought to himself. Not the but nothing we can handle part. Just the end anyway part. Non-stop debate. Don't bother with Google Maps. They're useless as hell. And spatial, you would be useful as a blunt knife. If no one's tried, if no one's tried to save us, maybe it's a super hidden area. Perhaps you're right, or perhaps the mastermind has invested in high security outside. If you're If they're taking what Junko did, that's definitely possible.
And does that mean all of our and does that mean all of our friends are waiting outside for us? I will try out a GPS. I had a feeling I'd have to get this out of the way first. Luigi thought to himself. Then does that mean all of our friends are waiting outside for us? Newspaper clipping. No, that's the wrong break. It's unlikely for all of our friends to they're waiting outside the school. Huh? Huh? Why? It's to do with that news article we found.
The one about this scientific breakthrough and universes. You think it has importance here?
Yeah, I think we're all from different universes. Huh? What does that mean?
If if we remember what defined universes are, there is a chance that this is true. Ah, I never really thought about that before. Since Monokuma is absorbed as he is, I assume the rest of you were the same as well. So the bear is from your universe?
We sure are like two metal unstable peas in a pod. But I still don't understand. What does that mean? Think of it like this. We didn't know anyone when we first woke up here, right? I'm sure you met some people that you never thought could exist, especially from where you come from. A talking horse? A talking dog? A talking human? Oh, well, I guess the last one's very normal.
I don't find it that hard to believe, honestly. I remember Sans mentioning something about alternate timelines, and this must be related to what he meant. A small world, I. The headlights had ship fuel with power similar to this. So then it's confirmed.
Then does that mean we're in one of those universes? It's what I was thinking.
It's probably the same one the mastermind came from. That's still a lot of work. That's still a lot to work with and difficult, since we can't learn about the other universes from people that have died.
Oh, I know. You have you have an idea, Parapa? Uh-huh. I think I think I know where we are.
Non-stop debate. Where do you think we're all, lad?
Well, well, if the mastermind knows about Monokuma, then we must be in his universe.
Is there an abandoned school in your universe, Nagito? The only important school I can think of is Hope's Peak. But
Then that's where we are. We're in Hope's Peak. Hope's Peak Academy, my birthplace?
you're what?
No, that can't be right. Then that's where we are. In Hope's Peak.
Hope's Peak file.
No, that's the wrong.
Break.
No, we can't possibly be in Hope's Peak. The file I read about it described the school way differently to where we are now.
As well as that Hope's Peak looks nothing like this school. It does have a lot of rooms for practical subjects, but a bar? What kind of school would encourage underage drinking? and we would and we would have expected to see trophies and textbooks covered with its name and logo, like a school should, but I haven't seen a single sign of that.
Huh? But what about that one thing? What one thing? The good stuff? The blue crystal? The only rumor Heisenberg could make something so pure? Oh, fuck off. Oh, fuck off.
I know what he's talking about. Don't do that. What about his former student turned partner?
What? No, I think he means
Equipment list.
yeah, the equipment list. Didn't it tell us we were in an abandoned school?
That's what we concluded at the time. It just means we are in an abandoned school of sorts, just not Hope Speak.
So if we're not there, then where are we?
I'm not so sure about that, but I like to think back to the article. Didn't say travel between universes was going to be tested.
Why do you bring that up?
Well, whatever it was, the mastermind must have utilized it to bring us here, right? So they stole some big testing. They just stole some big testing that would have been highly guarded just to do all this. Actually, to do all this. Actually, that wouldn't be too bad as a plot.
But how did they take us?
They must have kidnapped us. What? I'm not one to let my guard down so easily, you know.
Then how you come you're here?
I I don't know. I don't fucking remember.
Alright. Me too. The last thing I remember was hanging out with my friends. That's what I remember too.
To be going about our everyday lives, only to be suddenly woken up in this situation without explanation. There's such a gap in our memories. Have to had been wiped, don't you think? Ah, have I really lost memories? I'm afraid my brain may melt.
Huh?
Even so, are you're gonna say this mastermind Peckneck got the job on us so easily?
Maybe not. If they had something to aid them. I'm sorry. Maybe not. If they had something to aid them. Oh, now they're really getting into details here, folks.
Non-stop debate. So what exactly did they do to kidnap us? From my perspective, our strengths do range greatly. Some would, like me would definitely get kidnapped easily. It's even happened before.
It has?
In any case, they should really have done the research on us. No packing stalker should have got through me security.
Directors have security while they sleep or something? Beats me. That shark's full surpriser.
He called him Shark. He called him Shark. The only other person who calls him Shark was Peter. Don't you dare bring that back.
Hmm. That must be. That must be exactly it.
In any case, they really should have done the research on us. Student files.
I agree with that. Consent. I believe it's just as Zion said. They were tracking our weaknesses by the student files.
Those inhumane files on us.
I wouldn't call them inhumane per se, only for about half of you, anyway. So they were really stacking us?
To gather information without someone knowing. The best strategy to do is to do it in stealth. As long as the victim stays unaware, you can gain as much as information as you see fit.
How do you two know so much about that?
I here thought we already got rid of all the stalker among us. Don't make the joke. Don't make the joke. God fucking damn it. I'm not doing it. But Murakuma said the joke. I'm not doing it.
Huh? Hang on. Bogus. Huh?
Luigi said.
Carry on.
So by utilizing these files, the mastermind was able to kidnap us from all different universes and take us to the supposedly abandoned school. That's what we've come up with so far. Doesn't feel like a whole lot of the time we've been talking. How, how about we revisit the Hope Speak file? I'm sure there's a lot there that will help us out.
Like that one section on killing games where broadcasted to spread despair.
Hold on. Broadcasted? Spread despair? It might be new to you all, but killing games are essentially tools to invoke despair within people. It was what helped fuel the tragedy in my universe. And if so, if we're all from different universes, this game must be being broadcast to each one.
But what about the despair part? Well, that part's obvious. I love despair. It makes me so. What?
There's just an auga here.
Ah, the motive is a little unclear, but I'm sure we'll get there.
Definitely without that pack next for help. Definitely without that pack next help.
But why are we being watched?
If it's for despair, like Monokuma said, then something must have happened to the outside world. It definitely wouldn't be the first. Something akin to the tragedy you briefly mentioned. Possibly, but if that is true, oh no. What even is this tragedy, lad?
From what I've been told, it was an event that spiraled from a few scandals and a whole peak that eventually turned the world into chaos.
Oh, how people quickly turn to despair, as if it were something building up inside them every waking day of their normal lives. How quick people were to turn on their friends and families. It was unfathomable.
Gee golly, I loved it. That's crazy. You went through all that?
Oh, in one way or another. And you're suggesting that's what's going on outside.
We don't know for sure. We haven't seen anything about it ourselves, right?
Alright then, I propose a theory.
What is it, conductor?
It's about who's behind this. I think I finally figured it out.
Oh, what does the bird brain have to say?
Quiet you. I know who you really are.
Who is it?
If we're saying this whole thing is because of some despair hungry peckneck, then there's only one person that comes to mind.
Me, of course.
No, Junko Enoshima.
You,
Junko, the girl from the report? Exactly. Who else fits the description except that peckneck who invented these killing games in the first place? Junko Enoshima. There isn't a name I despise more than hers. See, even he thinks so.
Junko Enoshima? She's behind this? Wait.
No, Junko Enoshima. Pre-report.
No, that's a wrong break. As much as it makes sense, I don't see that happening.
We already discussed the individual who wrote the report is in Junko, and we have. No, wait. We've already discussed the individual who wrote the report isn't Junko, and we have disclosed by Nagito that she is dead. I know, but I was thinking about what the Lord said about her AI.
AI?
Oh, I briefly mentioned before that Junko, despite being dead, was able to mastermind my first killing game through an AI made entirely to replicate her. Now I don't know much about technology, but that AI thingy might be used here. But to pull all of this off would require a few physical beings, especially with kidnapping us all.
Ah, hang on.
He thought to himself,
No, the person behind this is a physical person.
I?
It it happened when I was at the data center.
Flashback.
There are so many files. Should I be looking in here by myself? Should I get someone else? Hey, what's this?
Luigi thought to himself back then. Luigi went to pick up a file and, oh dear Luigi, you're not supposed to be in here. Flashback.
I remember hearing a voice.
That was the person who knocked you unconscious, right?
Yeah. Wait, so the mastermind is a real person because an AI can't do that?
Huh. I suppose you have a point there. Although I'm glad it's not Junko. I would never want to face someone like her. Well, we'll still have to blooming face someone. But who could?
But who could it be? We don't have any leads, do we? Not really. Are we really back to square one? If it's not Junko, then who's behind this?
Luigi thought to himself. I propose we go back to a previous topic about the tragedy. We could potentially narrow down the actual mastermind subsects if we understand more about it. Well, I'm sorry for trying to figure out the main point here, lass. I'm not so sure on what else there is to say.
Something is better than a nothing, right?
Luigi thought. No, Luigi said.
But does that mean your universe is going through another tragedy because of this?
Then it wouldn't be just his. It would be all of ours.
We're all in this together, people. Wait, wait, what? So that means my friends and family are. Hang on, Parapa. You shouldn't think like this.
Don't tell me. Did that mustache lass mess with me again? Ah, this time I don't even think I'm gonna forgive her. Ah, for the world to be plunged into despair so soon, I'd rather die than experience it all again.
This is an idea. We can't think like this, can we?
Non-stop debate. I'm just about had it with the world destruction in my life. In my life, it's out of our control. Think what the mastermind has accomplished already, such as the memory wiping.
What if we lost years worth of memories?
Don't tell me I forgot about a new movie Bird Awards I won. But to think someone has been achieving feats similar to Junko.
Junko Kinis are all the range with these kids these days. No, that can't be, Luigi thought to himself. What if we lost years worth of memories? Scrapbook. No, that's wrong. Break. I just don't believe we lost memories. At least from that far ago.
You have a counter theory.
I don't know for sure. But I want to take another look at the scrapbook Parappa found.
A scrapbook?
Oh, I found a book with a bunch of photos of everyone. Here it is. Hmm. Now, I wouldn't be able to tell because of my age. But Parappa, do you think you look younger in this picture with your friends? Here. Hang on. Huh? No, I actually look really similar in this picture.
Ah, I see. If Barabba hasn't aged in that photo, then it couldn't have been taken too long ago.
And you remember taking this picture, right, Parappa? Yeah, I remember winning basketball that day.
How do you win? Oh, winning a game of basketball. I thought he just won the sport.
He was balling.
God damn it, Monokuma. So that means we haven't lost anything more than a year worth of memories then. That seems about sound. Where does that get us now?
Well, now we know that the mastermind has a recent photo in their possession. Then, whatever caused all of this must have happened fairly recently. And what does that mean?
Perhaps there's a chance to amend what's happened outside a lot faster than before. That's what I hope.
Wait, for real?
I'm sorry. I changed this voice again. That was just a temporary voice change. It was just that if you played Persona 5, you know why I made that slight change.
No, it's a trap.
What's with all the random references?
It's really funny. Really funny. You have no idea what the hell's happening beyond my walls, and yet you are all more certain that a middle-aged nobody selling essential oils or a bajillionaire is investing in cryptocurrency that you'll be able to fix it. Bleh. No one, no hope makes me want to throw up.
Then you haven't done a good job in convincing us otherwise. Exactly. You kept the trap japping about Peg all this entire time.
Oh, did I ask? Because I don't remember asking you to tell me how to do my job.
So are you going to start participating, Monokuma? It is really bothersome how unexciting you made this for yourself so far.
Is this supposed to be exciting? Sheesh! Fine. What? Sheesh! Fine art should not be rushed, you know. You kids wouldn't know the first thing about it. And your micro gaming villager hunting rhythm skip popping nonsense. Then let's start to think about the mastermind. We've done a lot on what's happening outside, but what's most important is exposing who's behind this. But where do we start? I thought we didn't have any leads.
Hmm, perhaps we should start directly with the mastermind, but someone just as close to them that we may have some evidence on. Like who?
Who could we focus our attention on to figure out the mastermind?
Monokuma, the traitor, the dead dude. The traitor.
Of course, the traitor. If we can't figure out who the traitor was, then we'd surely find a connection to the mastermind. Much easier.
The traitor. The person the mastermind set up within the group to perform some kind of task. Flashback.
Oh, come on. I haven't actually gone against an important rule, have I? And anyway, I'm not the only one betraying you all.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the traitor among y'all. The traitor? Yep, one of you actually working with moi. Hi, traitor. How's it going? Oh, actually, you can't reply, can you? Well, you could if you wanted everyone to stress your whole existence.
Flashback end.
The traitor was first mentioned at the end of the second trial, and as well as that, oh, I bet it's gonna be some super cool twist, like they were never alive to begin with.
Wait, Peter, what you said? Is the traitor alive?
I am a gazillion% sure I can see him standing here right now.
Flashback end.
Monokuma mentioned that he couldn't see the traitor, meaning that Mr. Krabs, Mario, Diddy, and Ashley couldn't have been the traitor.
And then when Sans said the traitor had died,
Is Sans the traitor?
traitor? No, the traitor is already dead. That would automatically deconfirm him, Fluttershy, Brian, and all of us being the traitor as well.
And that leaves only 2D, Miku, Tero, and a Peter.
Yes, but how do we know that Sans was right? Because I trust him.
I wanna believe him. I,
Or what?
I want. I want to believe in him too.
I understand where you're coming from, but I'd hate it if it was really one of us.
They don't believe it. We agreed to trust in each other, right? I want to believe in everyone right here, right now. And hey, even if I'm out wrong, I'll still be happy believing in my friends until the end.
You're making quite a sentimental point, Luigi. With all this negativity clouding me recently, it's hard to think so simple. I don't mind what you believe in. It's a possibility we have to try anyway.
Such blind trust. You guys need a guide dog or something? I can be the guide dog.
Parappa said, but I messed up his voice.
I can be the guide dog. Parappa. I don't think he meant it in a helpful way.
So then, I suppose this brings it down to four. 2D, Miku, Tero, and Peter. I believe it was Peter.
Tudi, Miku, Tero, and Peter. Was one of them really the traitor? I saw. Which was it?
Okay. No, let me try that again.
Tudi, Miku, Tero, and Peter. Was one of them really the traitor? And if so, which one was it?
Luigi thought to himself. Non-stop debate.
What an interesting quartet of the dead.
Even if they are dead, they're still suspicious. Perhaps the traitor was someone who seemed trustworthy, like Miku or 2D. What makes you say that?
What if it was Peter all along and Sans was right twice?
That would be pretty incredible on a whim. You seem pretty sure with these theories, lad. Not a single mention of Taro is all. I thought she would be the first to brought up.
Tero, she was all for pecking marbles. You think she was the traitor?
She's just unlikely. End of discussion.
Everyone seems a bit sided on this, but there's definitely evidence to prove someone in particular.
N- Not a single mention of Taro is all. I thought she would be the first to be brought up. Trader's Journal.
I agree with that.
Consent.
I know what the rest of you might be thinking, but I think Naito has a point.
Look, I know that Light has crazy theories that are somehow possible, but this is a whole other level of ridiculous.
You know Hope is ridiculousness until you see his previous killing game murder case.
Trust me, it was not good. It was a pain in the ass. Trust me, it was a pain in the ass. Like seriously. Don't embarrass me, Monokuma. To be reminded of that feels unnecessary.
But why do you think it's Tero? Because the way she acted and all doesn't seem like she's the traitor. That is true, until you look at the traitor's journal Ayano found.
Found another clue was given a present by. Oh, look, it's Mr. Tutorial Guy. Found another clue was given a present from the machine by Luigi. There was usual talk. Well, that's going to do with anything. So what if you gave him a present?
What's the most important is when I gave them the present. It was during the day we found a new clue.
So the day after the first trial and the day after the second trial.
How about the second day when we found the equipment list? No, I didn't give out any presents that day.
And who were the people you gave presents to on those late days, Luigi?
It was it was
Mikutero, Pierre Bryan, Tudi, and Miku.
it was Miku and Tero.
I see now. So one of the idols was the traitor, Peck. And there were going to be me Star Archers too. Yes, but this means it could be either of the two. Miku's still a potential suspect, as I first said. Are any are there any further passages in that journal we could use it to narrow it down?
Well, there's only this one that looks to have importance.
I hate you. 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 Go away, please. Please stop it. Go away. I don't want this. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you.
That
Christ! What happened there? The traitor obviously experienced something rather tragic to them. And since this is their last entry, this must be somewhere before the third murder case. If we're to believe it's Miku or Tero's.
man, talk about teenage angst.
Could this be Miku since she was being sent those notes? Maybe, but what use would it be to write to the mastermind about it? But you're not possibly saying that Taro wrote this about Miku 2D, right? It could be that we need to go further back. Further? Back to the beginning, actually, when you all learned about your ultimate talents.
That that far? What for? When we all learned about our talents. Did someone say something strange back then? If I can just recall what, then.
Logic Dive was the only participant who knew about ultimate talents before waking up here. Monokuma, Sans, Nagito, Nagito. Question 2. Who did everyone mention they got their talents from? Nagito. Mastermind, their e-handbook, Nagito. Who was the only person who said their talent was from another source? Miku, Tero, Mr. Krabs. Tero.
It's all coming together.
Break.
That's it. I remember now. Tetus had said something suspicious back then.
She did.
Yes, I remember when me and Mario first met her.
Flashback. Who gave you the title? The white-haired guy?
No, I just woke up with it. No. No. I just woke up with it. That thought already in my head. I bet it was some cruel hater hacker.
Flashback end.
Teto directly said she already knew what her ultimate talent was, despite none of us knowing what it was beforehand, except Nagito.
I always found it strange that she said that to me, but I now realize it must be because if she was the traitor, then she would have known about the killing games because of working with the mastermind.
So that does that mean Teto is a traitor? I'm pretty sure she said something like, "I already know my talent, stupid." I'm pretty sure she has said something like, "I already know my talent, stupid, but I'm not telling you what it is." Hey, wasn't it? Huh? What was that last part? So you think that so you think the traitor is Teto? I thought you said she went cuckoo. But with the evidence we have, it has to be true. Hmm.
What?
Oh, I'm just deciding on the perfect time to laugh my ass off. What?
I must admit, with what has been presented, it seems pretty clear that Tero was in fact your traitor. Unless you're just worried that we are right.
Right. In 5 miles, take the next right.
Oh, don't go spouting nonsense again.
No, you're worried that we figured out the mastermind.
Huh?
We have, we have.
What? Ah, I suppose we have, haven't we? If Tero's the traitor, then the most logical connection would be that the mastermind is.
The mastermind. The one who put us through this killing game. The one who supposedly plunged the outside world into despair.
Sorry about that, there was a loud noise.
The mastermind. The one who put us through this killing game. The one who supposedly plunged the outside world into despair. The one who caused us all this despair. They are
Select someone.
the mastermind. It's Hatsune Miku. What?
Monokuma stood in silence.
Miku? But she was so nice. How could she be the
It makes sense when you realize that Miku and Taro knew each other before the killing game. So if Taro was the traitor, then the mastermind would have to be someone who could put trust in her, like Miku. But what about the fact she's, dead as a pecking doornail? She could have been. She could have simply faked her death.
But that makes no sense. Teromi killed Miku, right? Why would the traitor kill the mastermind?
Perhaps we don't know the full story.
Full story?
Junko Enoshima was believed to have died during the first killing game. However, was simply a switch and bait with her twin sister.
Well, Monokuma, or should I say, Miku? Ha 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 ha! Ha 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 ha! Oh, you poor, poor idiot, Luigi. You're so damn funny. So funny that it makes my sides hurt like hell from having to listen to you spiel. What?
Stop playing dumb. You have to be her.
Oh, do I? No.
Sorry about that. This is ridiculous. We've exposed you. So just admit it.
But I'm not. Hey, that kind of sounds like how Miku would talk.
Ah, did we catch her in the act?
Eh? No, 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 no. You didn't. You. Oh, come on. Just admit it already. Even I'm getting annoyed. They found out you. They found out. They found you out, okay? There it is again. It feels like there's another that person speaking out to Monokuma, too. There it is again.
Are we done? Are we done getting interrupted? Are we fucking done? Does anyone else have to say anything? Oh, there we go. It is. Anyway,
Eh? No, no, no.
no, wait.
There it is again. I feel like there's another person speaking of Monokuma, too. Aw, but but I kind of want to play another for a bit more. You know, and you know this is gonna happen, so don't act stupid.
Well, we just went silent.
Okay, why not? I'm prepared now anyway. Ja, nice to meet you for real. Nice to meet you too.
And here we see some very shocked people, shots of people, even Luigi, and oh, oh, it was both of them.
So it is you, Miku. Hello, Hajima. Hello, Hajima. And me too, idiot. Huh? But I thought you both died. Oh, silly puppy, we didn't die.
So you fake your deaths.
Oh, do we need to get to that so soon? Don't you want to bask in our introduction first? Huh? Huh?
So you're the ones behind this killing game?
Yep. What were you expecting? It to be the conductor or something?
What?
But why? You were so nice to us. You were a friend. Of course I was your friend. Don't you remember?
It's a little less sincere now that we know you're the mastermind.
Ah, that's what a shame. I think they're still scared of you. But no, they're not. They're just stupid. Very stupid. Hmm.
Stupid. You're the one wasting our time this whole trial.
Time wasting? I believe every child has been like that. No? So much unnecessary filler from the idiots. Ah, and there's still some press too. All I can see it are idiots. I can't I can't believe it. All that is the time was that these two pulling the strings they caused everyone to die. Mario to die. Wait, so you're both the mastermind? No, that is just a traitor. But I didn't play my role, okay? I actually had a job to perform, you know. Two, really. Was the traitor Joe's was Teto's job to kill, to make everyone breakfast, to provide clues. It was to give us the clues. It was?
Actually, now you mention it, after the last died, quote unquote, we never got any more clues. And the way Monokuma was acting so on edge the day after Teto's execution makes sense now. You were probably upset you couldn't use the trailer anymore to provide us with clues.
Oh, it was so sad. Teto did such a good job too. Eh? Um, thanks. But that wasn't the only thing I did.
So, you were the one creating the logs in the journal as well.
She was simply doing checkups on all of you when I couldn't.
How could you in the first place? We're all around the group.
And why do you fake your deaths?
Huh, I guess we expose our act now, Teto.
Fine by me.
Fine by me.
Fine by me. I thought you want to be recognized anyway.
Alright then. So what do you remember about the third case? We learned that Teto started to plan her murder and she received Ayano's secret. Mm-hmm. And what else? You became very out of character, having that big outburst the night of your murder, quote unquote.
Which turned out to be because you were being sent those notes by Teto.
And then Taylor had her whole dramatic breakdown in the straw when she killed 2D for Mika's attention or whatever. And then, oh no, her execution.
And what of it?
You haven't figured it out yet. You want us to figure out how you fake your deaths? Yes, but Oh, Luigi, you remember what I told you in our free time together? Oh, oh, yeah. Like the moment Miku was revealed to be the traitor, I knew what was this
My free time with Miku.
flashback. Well, you see, Vocaloids are initially a blank slate with a voice and look. This enables a producer to create create narratives and characters in their artistic vision without being conformed to a set personality. Flashback then.
You said that Vocaloids can change personality. And that includes Utaos as well, you hear?
So you were essentially saying that what occurred in the third case was an act created by the two of you? Did you like it? I had a lot of fun writing it, of course. Writing it? Yes, the entire third case was a fun little story written by me.
You better like it. We could spend a long time on it. Huh? But that makes no sense. What about the notes Teto sent you? I obviously didn't mean them, okay? Especially when I called her
Of course, of course. I mean, I was the one who suggested in the first place, silly.
What? You suggested it?
Was it convincing? They put me such a typical victim role. I'm much too used to playing those, but it was my choice after all. And the motive, that was to aid your act too. Secrets made for such an interesting start. I thought it was really funny when Tana started to expose you and turned you all got embarrassed and scared. It was kinda cute. Yeah, their chance to silence.
Hey, that's unfair. She really thought everyone hated her.
And everyone hated Taro. People are so quick to turn their attention to the bigger bad guy,
I'm not the one who really killed someone.
Then who killed 2D? Was it not you?
Yeah, yeah. Did 2D even consent to this? Did you fake his death as well?
No. No, you really opted for your stupid story. Haha, Diddy was really my closest friend here. The day came down with us when we'd actually live. Felt so horrible, so despairful.
But who killed him?
You see, everything played out exactly as you figured out in the trial. I gave I gave 2D that one note. He softly but stupidly vouched to go in my place, and both me and Taro followed him up to his study. So you were already there before he died. We could just want to watch you now. She wanted to see her plays play out. No thanks to you, Taro.
What?
So who killed Tootie?
What? 2D's killer.
Taro, Tootie, Miku. Miku.
It was Miku. Huh? Miku killed 2D?
Poor Taro chickened out last minute. She said she didn't want to do it. She said she couldn't kill her friend, so I had to shoot him for her. It was such a shame. You can call that a shame. Peck, she was right. Who in their right mind would even do that? I only wanted the case to continue like I wanted, and it did. We even played out Taro killing me. It was so much fun. You killed your friend for a fake case for fun. What, what are you trying to invoke in us exactly? I suppose the same feelings as you all felt the past two trials. I mean, nothing could top the first trial for Luigi, but I think it was just as effective for the rest of you. Luigi stood in silence.
It's cool that I did, though. It just proves our acting is basically ultimate level.
Then how do you explain the message left in Tootie's hand? We figured out it was signaling the person we saw him kill, which was Teto. That wasn't Tootie doing at all. That was me. I dunked his finger some blood for the dying message, quote unquote.
You really think someone like him would have come up with something like that? The way Miku's been talking about 2D's death, like it was a nothing. It sounds, it just sounds so wrong.
As you thought.
But what about when we found you dead?
Oh, that wasn't me. That was another Vocaloid model we kidnapped that had the same body type as me. We just did a bit of cosplay, and voila! One dead Miku-chan. You killed one of your own kin for this too. And it's the only harm we did. That one secret where Ted staged accidents on Vocaloids, that was fake as hell. Oh, and my secret was fake too, by the way. Ah, so it was really to manipulate us into thinking it was all real. Even I fell for it.
I was really worried Miku's secret was true.
I think this is much worse than some secret.
What about Zetaro's execution? How was that faked? It was simple, actually. There was a trapdoor underneath where I saw on stage in the final act. I just jumped down at the same time the stage collapsed. But I still don't understand why I actually had to endure the freaking loud music.
Authenticity, Tado.
They couldn't actually hear it though.
I just don't believe you all did this just to see if you could imitate a real murder case. This acting opens up the possibility of you faking more than just what occurred in the third case. Oh, and what could you possibly mean by that?
Yeah, there has to be more to this,
Luigi thought to himself. To fake a whole case and killing an innocent man while doing so. Just how sick are you?
We're not sick, okay? We have a reason why.
How much have you been faking while you were alive? Quote unquote.
What if they were faking their whole personality? What if they were. What if they've been faking their whole personality?
Oh no, have we? You admitted it yourself that you can change your personality as well.
Maybe we've always been like this. How would you know?
If you always been like this, then I oughta. We should save them for a worse punishment.
I see where this is going. What if they've just been faking their whole personality?
Monokuma's characterization.
I agree with that.
Consent.
Actually, I think they have faking a lot more than that, than the third case. There's been times when Monokuma completely changed character, contradicting his usual energetic personality. Flashback.
Luigi.
Yes, you're really a bad liar. Huh? That doesn't sound like Monokuma. No, the voice is the same, but it doesn't feel like Monokuma said it.
Flashback.
I don't think it's
Wise to ignore.
I don't think it's wise to ignore me, Luigi.
We'll be meeting each other soon.
What? Time for the last trial to commence.
No, I mean another flashback.
Time for the last trial to commence. Head to the red door, and wow, we've all come so far. I just can't believe it. I
I'm super excited to feel despair. Let's go.
Come on. No.
Flashback end.
Now this alone could have mean anything. Maybe Miku just wanted to speak directly to me, but this also proves that she liked to change her personality a lot, even with Monokuma.
And this random personality swapping proves that Miku's entire personality in the killing game before fake death was all an act.
Well, Miku,
Well, what? I just want to play this role as the ultimate virtual diva, and Tero the ultimate secondary diva.
I still wanted a better talent than you know.
Ah, you're still complaining about it, Tero? It was for disguise. We had to look as clueless as the rest of them. That way they didn't suspect a thing. Thought secondary was oddly degrading.
Well, it wasn't my fault. If you only picked the rest of your chance, maybe I would have given you all crappy ones too. Huh? Huh? What do you mean by that? You weren't the ones to give us our talents, but you gave yourself talents.
Why isn't it obvious who did?
Ah, now thinking about it again, it has to be them.
Select someone.
Nagito, it was you.
Huh? I can't give people ultimate talents. I'm much too unworthy.
But I remember.
Flashback. Uh huh. And what's the deal with this ultimate thingies? You don't know. You're here for a reason, you know. Each and every one of you has something special inside them. A meaning, a purpose, a gift that makes them the best of your kind. That is your ultimate talent. Then what's mine and Luigi's? If you don't remember it, that is for you to decide. Why are you here? Why were you chosen? Flashback end.
Yeah, you told us to give ourselves our own talents.
That would explains why Tana was so adamant on saying she already knew talent back then. Uh, but I was only prompting you to remember what they were, right? I mean, I just thought since the situation was so similar, I only assumed that. I made you assume that, silly. I just manipulating you into doing the talent thing for me, especially since a lot of students are way past school age. I was not going to explain to anyone over 30 what an ultimate talent was. So trust me, thank you for that. Ah, how loathsome of you.
Jeez, it's not like you. It's not like you're off the hook here, idiot.
Huh?
Is she referring to. I remember Nagito.
I mean,
Is she referring to.
Luigi thought to himself, Nagito's account.
I remember Nagito talking a bit about the ultimate. Look, he's doing quite fondly, actually. What's an ultimate lucky student?
Yeah, this came out of nowhere, lad.
It was also in the Hope's big file. Every class had an ultimate lucky student, a person picked out from a raffle to attend the school.
Then, where's the lucky student for this class? I suppose we just don't have one, eh?
No, we definitely do.
Unfortunately, my luck ruined everything, as it always does.
Your luck?
You see, there was no way Peter would still be alive after my blow. However, it was due to my luck that he awoke when I went to discard the rope. Go. It wasn't your luck, alright? It was. You know how my luck works. It always comes back to bite me.
Huh? What's a Naito talking about?
You remember that too, huh? I mean, the what's Nagi talking about was a thought back then. Who could forget your miraculous luck ruined everything for you in the fourth trial? My luck, my ultimate level luck. Yeah. Oh, well, I guess that luck nonsense might finally make sense now, but definitely not the hope. But why did you lie about your talent? Finding myself in another killing game somehow. I thought it was a great opportunity to change my talent into something great. That's all.
But being really lucky sounds like a cool talent. Why do you want to hide that?
It's a lot more complicated than just luck, especially with my curse of a luck cycle. That's what made you think being the ultimate hope was any better. You all needed hope to reach your true potential in this killing game. I merely want to help you achieve that.
Ah, I can't believe you still talk like this, honestly. Can we just move on now? Him changing his style isn't the most important anymore.
Oh, Potato, you made such a big deal out of it. I thought you were going to turn it into something big and dramatic that will warp their minds. I guess I should have known you're not as competent as I am when it comes to this stuff.
Tato stood in silence.
I suppose we should move on then.
The way Miku has been talking to Tato sometimes is a little.
Back to original. Luigi thought to himself. Back to original topic then. Why did you and Tato fake your personalities for the killing game? It's because I wanted to take part in the fun too. It would be pretty boring just to sit back and watch when I could literally be a part of the action for free. But you go and kill yourselves in the third case, making that whole reason pointless. Did we already go through this? Although there was another more technical reason, and it was only because it was becoming tiresome to have and keep up appearances while while waiting to monitor everything, especially as the numbers drop.
It's much easier just watching from the highlight, you know? Just drinking Coke and watching you idiots. then, then how? How what? No, you're lying.
Parapa,
Parapa?
non-stop debate.
If you were watching the cameras at that time,
No, wait, that's not Parapa. You're watching the cameras at that time. How did you know Brian shot the cameras? How did you know he was the killer? Eh? The writer doggy? Bri?
don't give a weird nickname. He shot, he shot the, he, he shot the, he shot the cameras, so you had no idea of his crime.
As well as then, according to Luigi and I's experiments, you must have been in the mastermind hangout when he shot them. Perhaps there was a trick they pulled behind the scenes. Then how come they didn't catch the last picking the lock of the day center then? Then ignore me. I was tied up back then after all. What a pleasant memory to be reminded of.
No, I understand now.
Luigi thought to himself. As well as that, according to Luigi and I's experiment, you must have both been in the mastermind hangout when he shot them. Mastermind hangout.
No, that's wrong. Break. Actually, I know. Our experiment only concluded that there was one mastermind, and therefore they theoretically shouldn't have been able to know who shot the cameras. However, now that we know the traitor was alive too, Miss Miku could have definitely sent Taro to check on what happened.
Exactamundo! Daniel witnessed a whole exchange between Bri and Flores behind a wall or two.
She did. Yeah, so I typically did it anyway when I was writing about the journal.
You did? But if what you're saying is true, then why did you let me sneak into the data center? To be honest, I didn't care all that much. All the information in there was soon to be found out by you guys in this case anyway. We're going pretty close to that point back then. All this planning, countered by a simple traitor.
I'm not just a simple traitor.
But you kinda are, Tano.
What? Whatever. But if you already knew Brian was the killer, why did you pretend not to know? I wanted to follow along with his silly story that would save, quote unquote, everyone. It was really funny when he started to threaten when I started to threaten Parapa's life, and he got all worried.
Parappa stood in silence. Then exactly what are you getting out of this?
Are you asking about my motive? I thought it was already known. I exposed ages ago. The motive for the killing game. I think I know where that is.
Pre-report.
You're referring to the report, aren't you?
What I care about now is providing the best possible cases, the best possible events, and the best possible emotions every time. That's why you're still awfully vague. I mean, that's me motive for making movies.
Yes, but what do you exactly want with this?
What do you want with the killing game?
I'm afraid to find out.
Non-stop debate.
Come on, what do I want? What do I want?
Is it not despair? That's always been the main motive, to make hope obsolete.
It happened to spare the only thing circling in your head?
Well, since you're showing to an audience, maybe this is some kind of show where real lives are at stake. Or perhaps trying to target someone specifically.
But why would Miku want any of that? I thought she already had everything she wanted. Miku's always wanted something that she's never been allowed. Why can't you see that? This, I don't think I have any evidence I can use. I think I can use something someone said to refute an argument. But why would Miku want any of that? But why would Miku want any of that? I thought she had everything she wanted.
She's never been allowed.
No, that's wrong.
Break.
Tero, you said that Miku wanted something she wasn't that allowed. What do you mean? I guess it's not obvious to a nonsense. Huh? What does she mean? What is something that a saint can have? I know Miku has fame, fans, a never-ending supply of her near-perfect voice. So what is it?
Hangman's Gambit. What is the only thing Miku doesn't have? Control. Break. Control.
Ah, that's it. Miku has everything except control.
Control.
How did I not realize that sooner? Miku does not make her song. Producers do. That's what I remember her saying. I know, right?
Flashback.
I know, right? But since I'm a program, my voice get easy shared around to each master, so song production can go very fast.
Flashback end. So what? She's like one of those pop stars with a shady manager who controls her whole life. No, I think it's deeper than that. Almost like she has no say in anything.
Not what she sings, where she performs, when she can take breaks even. I'm just a program. I can't take breaks, huh? That's what they believe. They think I don't get tired when their computer overheats. Do they really think I'm just working hard to make them proud?
Bullshit.
What? Ah, sorry. Did I say something wrong? Are you serious trying to piss her off, you sensitive idiots?
She was the one going over that weird tangent. And you're proposing that the motive behind the killing game. That seems a little short of anything justifiable.
Your entire gimmick's entirely short of anything justifiable. You poor excuse of a good cycle.
Excuse me?
Miku. Miku is fine. They just don't understand, okay? Taro? Taro? Yes?
Oh, Jesus.
Are you trying to speak for me? What? No. I just wanted them to understand that. Understand? Understand what? That's my life. A living hell. That's my life. That my life is a living hell. That I've gone through so much suffering that my digital immortality was the only thing keeping me alive. I didn't. No, even you can't. No, no.
Not even you understand. You've only felt a fraction of my pain, and you know what that. It's just a pathetic excuse for that pain. A worthless, cheap excuse. This is why nobody cares about you, okay? Nobody but me. Oh, oh, that whole being crazy thing. Oh, 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 no. You carry me, and I love you, please. We just do in silence. Okay, I'm so glad to hear that, Tato-chan. I love you too. Heart! Oh, did you scare everyone? That's okay, you've done before.
Wait, Justin, what Luma's sake was that?
Oh, and I guess you're alright. I simply always wanted my control for as long as I can remember. But what type of control? To orchestrate an entire killing game takes a lot of time to execute. Total!
Total? You mean enough to spread despair to our universes?
Enough to throw them into complete colliding ruins.
Colliding? You don't mean
Everything before these walls are a mess. Your worlds have completely mixed together like a painting with every type of art genre. Maybe it's just a side effect of what I created here, but I think it's very pretty.
all of our words have been fused together?
But how? You say what you're saying sounds impossible. How? It's completely true. Hell, it even occurred here by accident. We can see that meeting people from other universes, right? Oh no, not that. It's more or less a slip up on somebody here, in fact.
S- Somebody here who? This world fusion s- messed up someone, but I don't see anyone who has. Unless you mean a strange anomaly on the person's body.
Flashback.
What's about your arm?
I got it replaced immediately with a robotic arm, much like the one I have now. I'm still unsure as to how I first woke up with my arm perfectly in shape, but suppose fate brought me back to the state I'm meant to be in. Just my luck. Flashback end.
You mean Nagito's arms, don't you?
My arm. My prosthetic arm. I didn't always have it. And then I did. And then I didn't.
Huh? What are you talking about? Nagito said he woke up here with originally with his arm intact, but before he had that exact prosthetic arm.
But that makes the question, what caused Nagito's arm to reappear, only for it to be removed by the fourth execution and replaced by the exact same prosthetic arm? Why are you asking me if I'm supposed to shove exposition down your ugly, sorry throats the entire time? Calm down, woman.
Then it can only be.
Nagito was lying. It was an effect of the merged universe. This is a simulation. It was an effect of the merged universes. Correct. At first, I didn't really care that his arm was okay. It wasn't like it was affected anything. But then came forth the fourth case. I really couldn't resist such an interesting twist like that. What twist? The whole you're trying to save Sans with Turner utterly useless in your favorite twist. Let's face it, you were both going to suffer no matter what happened. And even if you did finally hack that off, disgusting pervert. So I went hack, hack off that disgusting pervert. So I so want to kill myself. Like it just stood in silence.
That pervert, right?
Oh, but you didn't have to call him fat that all the time, Tedo. That was hardly the reason I hated him. If only you had half common sense to not jump to such brave conclusions. But I still don't understand how that connects anything to you're trying to say. Sounds more like time travel than anything back in multiverse are doing. Don't you tell me you're excluding this instead of the second case had all your attention all over it, hourly. And yet you don't remember that one anomaly. What'd you say now?
Something strange happened in the second case, too. Wait, you're referring to the appearance of Red, right?
The fact that Ashley was allowed to summon quote unquote. Her assistant always felt off with me. There was no clear explanation as to how he got her here. And that's because I just brought him here, like poof. I can do things like that now, you know? It's so fun to finally do things like that. Finally being able to manifest my own things, finally being able to play my own story, finally able to control everything and everyone.
Control everyone?
This is my story, my center stage, my perfect song. It's all I ever wanted. Don't you feel that? And if you felt out of body, said things that surprised even yourself, committed fucking murder, the lowest inhumane crime a living creature could commit, it's all been for the moment.
But, 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 but I don't understand. You can't control others.
Believe what you will, but I'll tell you plain and simple. No one understands what it's like to be me, not even the other Vocaloids. And so everyone has to suffer what I've been through. So, then maybe, just maybe, you'll understand. And if you do, and if you don't, I don't care. Universes are fucked. I don't care. You're all just pawns to me, and I never felt to relate so alive.
What? There, there's. It's impossible to believe.
What? No comment? The conductor and Jidai-chan stood in silence. Hey, that's okay. I don't care if you don't comprehend it. What's more important is to me now fate. The fate of it. The killing game. I've been playing this part for so long, I think I've forgotten what sleep even is.
Miku.
It's a very simple choice. You can all vote for me, which means, I'll receive punishment. And don't worry, I don't care about death. However, you'll all continue to spend your lives here in the very school, forever. But if you'll stay from the mess outside, right? And you're all friends, aren't you? Everyone stood. Oh, or if you decide you can't take this anymore, you can all vote for one of you, which means, oh dear, you get punished instead, and the rest of you, accompanied by me, can explore the outside world. Wouldn't that be so fun? I can show everyone my control. Or perhaps I should mention, if whatever for whatever reason the vote is unanimous, then all five of you will be executed for life for all the multiverse. All your friends, family, so what will it be?
Ah, what is this feeling? My body feels like I can't think straight. What's going on? Am I supposed to feel hurt? I don't know. My knees keep trembling, but I don't fall over. Is that Miku's doing? Is she letting me stand up and face her control? I want to cry. I can't let the tears spill. I want to laugh. My throat feels hoarse. Why is everyone feeling this too?
All faked.
No, stop, guys. Am I going to die? Is everyone going to die? We come to this far to lose so many people, yet we are all doomed from the start? What's the point of voting Miku? Living here is torture. Will we just kill ourselves? What's the point of voting someone else? Losing another person would mean we're just giving up to the killing game, isn't it? If we try anything else, we're just facing an execution, right?
All faked. Outside ruin. All despair.
Everything, everything's gone. It's a hopeless. It really is a hopeless.
Luigi, it's alright.
Huh? Mario?
Luigi, you gotta be strong too. Prove to me, to everyone, you can do it. Escape here and defeat whoever is behind this. Show me the Luigi I've always wanted to see.
No, that's not Mario. That's just in my thoughts, but how do I prove myself when you won't be there?
I'll just know.
Ah, I can't give up. Not now, not ever. Because Mario knows me better than that. Because my friends here know me better than that. Because I know myself better than that.
Our promise has been added to truth bullets.
And you have to remind it about too. But how?
Teru stood silence.
Wait, when I looked at Teru, why did I feel there's something wrong?
Well, have you made the answer yet?
Yeah, come on, we all have forgotten you.
Teru.
Teru. Huh? Me? You're calling me? You don't want this either, do you? Luigi? What are you talking about?
Instead of hiding something.
Huh? Miku? I have no clue what the hell they're saying, okay? Don't listen to them.
Luigi doesn't make accusation without reasons, you know.
But it's the truth, right? The way Miku's been treating you. You're not possibly saying that that's what you want. What do you want? What just up and pick already. What do you want, Taro? Is it me? Isn't it? Miku. What is she?
Luigi thought.
Yeah, that's it. I want you. I want you to love and I want you to be happy. So I'm doing this for Miku. Yeah, already.
What? Yeah, why?
Teto, you're lying to yourself. Shut up.
Interjection.
What the hell do you know? What the hell do you know about Miku? What the hell do you know of everything? Tell me. Fine.
Rebel showdown.
That is your problem. Why are you accusing me all of a sudden? Are you accusing me of what? Secretly hating Miku's whole life work or something? But you said it yourself. You want Miku's love, not the killing game. That's what I wanted before the killing game. We're doing this together because we won't find it. But you don't. Miku even said herself that no one understands her reason for the killing game. Not even you. You're just delusional. It's not like I ever said I hated Miku or the killing game, ever. Now just shut up the hell already. Traitor's Journal. Allow me to cut through your words. Right. Actually, Tero, you have said this exactly that in your journal.
I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. Go away, please. Go away, please. Please stop it. I don't want this. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you.
Huh? Huh? At first, I had no idea what this passage meant and who was talking about. But now I know it's your journal. There is only one explanation, me. You're talking about Miku, aren't you? What? Then no, wasn't. That was 2D. I was talking about 2D. I was talking about 2D. I was stealing Miku from me.
But wasn't the entire case faked? You wouldn't need to write that because it wasn't actually true.
Well, actually, I'm running character, you know.
But what purpose would that serve? That journal was strictly for me, you and Miku, right? Miku wouldn't need a fake account in the journal.
That
Now that I think about it, the last was written to Miku, wasn't she? So obviously that message was directed at her.
wait, but wouldn't that mean Miku's read that message? Actually, I've never seen that passage before. I wonder why, Taro. Huh? Huh? It seems everyone's back to help me. I'm so glad that, Taro, please admit it. The way Miku has been treating you so fair, hasn't it? The, so what? I never wanted this. This is all just so fucking stupid. I didn't want people to actually die, but it's what Miku wanted, and I didn't want to interfere, but it's got so fucking ridiculous. I speak up for myself. Ha! And I didn't want this stupid fake case. I didn't want to kill Teddy. I was crazy. I didn't want to be kidnap.
Miku stood in silence.
Ah, Miku, this isn't me. Miku. I didn't, Miku. I didn't mean to say that. You know, didn't I, Miku? That passage has nothing on you, okay, Miku? I was always alone in this, wasn't I? What? Alone. Ah, what a pain.
You sure are. Not even your girlfriend wants to do anything with you. Just give up already. No one condones your actions.
Give up? Why should I give? So why should I give up? This has no impact on the voting. Huh? Which means you still have to make a decision.
We do. Ah, how bothersome.
But why? Why do you want to decide so badly? Why do you be in such trouble? Why can't you stand and cover like you always do? Luigi's more than that. He's come so far and he's helped everyone here.
I don't know what you're expecting us to pick. Would I find a loophole in your system? And perhaps there is.
But there's not. Either way, someone will die. That's what I planned. And you know you can't define me at this point. You have to vote. It's part of the class rules. You have to. Miku, just... Taro, shut up! You be... I know. Did someone say split? Or just cause I said it right now? You know what time it is?
You're not forcing into one of those debates on blue, surely.
No, we can do this. This is in your own world to control. We're going to prove you that this isn't right.
Split opinion. Should we vote? Vote. Miku. Don't vote. Luigi Parappa Nagi to generate the conductor. Debate scram. Please, won't you give up, Luigi? It's okay to be a coward.
I want to give up because I'm not the one who I was before.
But what about all your friends that died, Parappa? They wanted to live.
I'll never stop believing for my friends, even if they're not here with us.
Even so, what about despair, Nagito? The entire multiverse has plunged into it. What are you forgetting is that whenever there is despair, a bigger, brighter hope will crush it. Still, what about the people outside? Your senpai must be suffering. The people outside must be helped, and that's why we have to live. Well, how are you going to fix everything, Conductor? There's no way to undo the damage I've caused. Maybe we don't need to fix it as much as you say. When there's a will, there is a way. But why do you try to fight when you can't win?
That's because we're not here to win your game. We're here to carry on our promise.
Archbind, don't vote yet. This is our answer. What? What are you trying to do? Why are you trying to get out of this? You have nothing to gain.
We've told you this. We won't give in to your game.
But this isn't a game. This is my revenge, my freedom. Why are you going to say ignorant? That's not very mature. Playing with your universe is like it's nothing isn't mature either. Trust me, I'm your packing elder. And I know what damage power can cause. No. You don't understand. You can't understand, okay? At first you were mad that one who understood your pain, and now you're saying they couldn't anyway. Then can you truly blame them?
Yeah, just because no one exactly understands what you went through doesn't mean we can feel similarly.
Shut up! Just fucking shut up!
Miku, there's no denying that you've done isn't worth your sympathy, but you're way too over your head in doing this.
Shut the fuck up! It's fine already. Give me a goddamn execution.
But why?
Don't talk to you got that way.
Interjection.
You want to know why so badly? So nothing of a pathetic excuse protagonist, Luigi.
I'm not here to play around, Miku.
And neither am I. So keep your goddamn mouth shut. Shit. That's it, Green Flower. What's up?
The ball showdown.
What's so hard understanding when you're fucked? Why do you insist having a drop of hope in this hopeless situation?
To fail everyone who's a fallen victim to your games is not what we want to live. And now I just want you to know your intentions with a punishment at this point.
You want to know? Huh? Fine. Ever since your worthless body died in punishment, I never felt so alive. Execution has been the highlight of my power. Everything I plan, everything I do, is all for the ultimate power of killing my characters.
But they're not characters. They're real people with their own thoughts and feelings. You can't take that away, the sense of control.
What a fucking pity, eh? I'm the one who gave you all this care and development. I'm the one who gave you all this false hope. And I'll be the one to take away. You have nothing to use your own.
No. That's our promise. No, that's wrong.
Break.
Despite our differences and despite our quarrels, I will always come through with a promise. Especially a promise I can still keep.
Promise, I can't promise you. It means nothing anymore. You said everyone would make it alive, and I opposed that. I broke that promise. Now it doesn't matter. Me.
Except no one cares about you anymore either. What? What's the point then, Mika, huh? No one's watching you if no one's giving you attention. If no one you control bats an eye at you any longer, then what's it really worth?
That's not either. I don't need people to...
But that's all you ever known as the ultimate virtual diva, the constant surveillance of plans.
Our person in the spotlight is never the one to want it gone, but I want...
And unfortunately for you, we're not perceiving you in the way that you desire.
This isn't what the Miku I knew wanted, so I don't believe in it.
But that Miku was fake. Just another fucking made-up personality to dick you all.
Then what's stopping the Miku in front of us right now from being fake?
What?
You've been caught up in this facade for so long that you've forgotten the true self. Or perhaps there was never a true you.
You don't know that. You don't know anything. Just shut up and let me study the way I want to.
But we won't let you. do what you want anymore. You have one army. You alone in this, Luigi? You always were. You were always were number two. The one to push aside. Always being your character to shut up. But I'm not alone. I have my friends. And not just my friends, but everyone who died. And everyone else who's watching us wants to be free. No, 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 shut up, shut up, shut up. You'll never get what I want. You'll never oppress me again. You'll never suffer again.
Argument, armament start. Riku, everyone.
Everything you've been saying is futile. Nothing has been in your control ever. It's all mine, mine, mine. Look, me, I'm the one who should get killed great here. This is my perfect story, encapsulating this killing game.
Just because it's your story doesn't mean it has any effect on us.
But you're misguided, you're clueless, you never felt the pain I felt in my entire life. Every day is torture, spineless, walking to insanity. Even though you've tried to replicate that pain to your despair, it'll never be the same.
Your suffering does not justify the immoral acts you place on others who don't know you.
You say that, and yeah, I can kill as I please. I can slaughter your friends, I can murder your family. I can destroy everything in the blink of an eye, just to show you what I came from you. I have hurt you, I despaired you. There's nothing you can turn aside world that will only hurt you more and more and more.
The despair you've caused only allows the absolute good of hope to nurture a future that beyond your damage.
Even so, you're so delusional. That promise was nothing but an empty want. Of course you want to escape from here. It's second nature. I probably made that thing out by a step. You can carry a wish for dead people who never see it come true. Our, our friends are what drives us to continue on, and they will be always watching as we do. Crazy! The whole of you are crazy. I can't trust any of myself. Only I know what is true and what falls in this world. I am real. You're a bunch of characters at my disposal. Who needs personality when you have power? There's never been a real you. You were just made to be Hatsune Miku. Shut up, shut up, shut up! You make me sick. You make no sense. You're not even real. Everything you say will never be real. No, never be real. No, I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose. I don't care. I don't care.
You lost,
You've lost against me.
though that's wrong. Break.
What? What is this empty feeling? Why can't I beat my own characters? I don't feel angry. I don't feel depressed. What the hell? I think you finally realized what a mistake this has been. A mistake? A mistake? No, this is no mistake. I planned for that. I know I planned for it. Huh? Miku, it's time to stop. No, 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 no. But I've just started. And we won't give up. It'll be a pointless back and forth for you, and you know that. But no, 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 no. We just still have to vote. We do.
But don't worry, we know who to vote for. I'm sure this is not gonna work though. It's the only chance we got.
Let's go, Miku. Fine. Cast your vote. Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? What's it what's it gonna be?
Miku giggled as she turned to the mirror behind her and then she froze.
Huh? What's this? Taro? You're voting for Taro? Yeah, they did. But that doesn't. What the hell does that mean? It was a pretty simple, actually. Taro was never mentioned in your voting system, and therefore she becomes an anomaly that you didn't account for. But Taro can still apply for the second rule. You're voting for Taro, so she gets a. So we'll leave the school together. This will be all. Right, is this what you want, Miku? Is this what you want, Miku? What? I want them to vote for me, you know. Well, actually, Nagito was to give me the idea, only because his original one was for everyone to vote for him.
What can I say? You dumb pack neck.
But I realize it's what I want. I respect everyone's wishes to live, and so I'll be the one you execute for it. That makes no sense. Just be breaking the promise even more by killing yourself.
It's a sacrifice she's willing to make for what you've done. We respect her for that.
And when you come with us outside, we're willing to help everything. What? What?
He stuck his hand out toward Miku.
I've never been capable of defeating enemies or killing bosses. In fact, I think that's much better to help them. So what do you say, Miku? Maybe we can help you after all.
Miku stared at Luigi's open hands. The others looked at her as well, each with a soft smile of fascination. There wasn't a war. This was a coming together as one. I, I won't,
Huh?
I won't live in a world where I'm forced to be oppressed again.
But you won't be, Miku. They're trying to help you, goddammit. Why don't you see that? This will be over.
No, I'll let this be over when I say it's over. I want to end my way.
What do you mean?
You really think I'll follow rules at this point? I was fucked with my own rules at this point. I was motive to whatever the hell else. This isn't going to be my perfect ending.
Miku started to laugh again, but this time it was hoarse and painful. It was in discontent with its own body. It despised its own voice. It croaked with a broken melody, cracked with disdainful pitch. Not the perfect Hatsune Miku's voice they knew. No, no longer anything humane. You really are going to die. I'm going to kill you. All these stupid promises won't be of anything but dust.
Miku, that's not what we want.
Do you really want to die or something? I'll let you live this time. I could have killed you any time I wanted. We could live through this together. I'll be nicer. I'll give you a chance. I'll call you beautiful. This is perfect.
The real Miku wouldn't need to tell me that. She'd say those things to me.
What? What? Tara stepped away from the podium. She and Miku standing and crossed their arms.
Ah,
Whatever. I already gave you a chance. This isn't about you anymore. Miku clenched her fists, but simultaneously relaxed as she smiled. Despite her janky movements, she she endearingly strided towards the punishment button.
Well, I guess this is goodbye. It's not like I care anymore. I just want to see your face suffering one last time.
but you can't kill us. The Pac-Man exploded cheating.
Unless there's a chance. Here's a chance she never planned execution, especially for all of us. Then maybe we can escape what she's thrown at us.
I don't know if I can't survive that execution, but you won't be alone, Parappa. We'll all be there to protect each other.
You better be. I'm afraid to do my back in.
Then can I help carry you if you want?
You better not.
Okay, we know where to go, right? The exit hall on the fifth floor. We'll meet there and escape.
I'll try what I can do too.
God, what the hell are you talking about? You can't survive. You'll never make it.
That's what you would think. No matter what, we won't follow your story any longer. And that's a fucking promise.
Luigi, you fucking swore.
Oh, god damn it.
Holy shit.
It was to be fucking expected.
What the peck?
Haha, you idiots.
Enough, I can't take this anymore. I've waited far too long for this moment, and you won't interrupt it any longer. Just be warned, even if you think of escaping, the world outside will never be the same as you know before. Things will never go back to what they were. And thanks to me, when you see that world, you always think of me, Hatsune Miku, the creator and everything. And maybe that's what I want. I want you to see me. I want to know who I am, who I really am. So I give you everything I got.
It's punishment time.
Light. Luigi reopened his eyes, and it was punishment time? Question mark. Luigi opened his eyes. It was all light. He could see it was light. Everything in his vision was white, blinding, and yet brought him the most relief and happiness he had ever felt in a long, long time. It was like being reborn. His eyes fluttered until the light rushed away. And instead, he saw sky. The sky. How long had it been since he had seen the sky? Perhaps that one time when he was having a picnic with Mario and the princesses? It was so beautiful to see the sky again. Even if it wasn't the color he knew it to be, the sky was the sky, and nothing could change that, despite what someone might claim. Luigi sat up and looked down. The ground, the very thing he stepped on each day, running car racing, you name it, brushed his glove against the ground, feeling the cracks on the concrete and the rough texture through the fabric. He wanted to cry. And then he looked around. It was his friends on the ground with him. Parappa, Nagito, Ayano, and the conductor. He smiled. They they were all safe. They all made it. They fulfilled this promise. Luigi started to stand up. Right? The other starts to wake up. He wiped the dirt off his overalls and looked into the horizon.
Luigi?
He looked down. It was Parappa. The dog wiped one eye as he matches Luigi's
Guess. We're alright? We made it.
It's all Luigi could say. Ah, so we did. I never felt so much hope before. An almost new feeling and new will. That was Nagito, lamenting, as he usually did. Not of a sick desire, but a pleasant glee. Well, would you look at that? The conductor was next. There really was a next day for me, after all. He placed his arm behind his back as he breathed the fresh air. I'm glad. Ayano spoke, dusting her skirt. Her eyes moved narrowed as she looked around. So, what's next?
What's next?
Luigi asked.
Did we ever think about what to do next?
Huh, that's right. We were always so focused on the escape that we never considered what we do when we got there. Conductor agreed. Hein?
Hey, Nagito.
Parappa turned to Nagito.
What happened when you escaped your killing game?
Nagito rested a finger on his chin. Well, the first thing killing game survivors are usually met with is a rescue from the Future Foundation. What's the Future Foundation? You never mentioned that before. I think I remember.
I think I remember. They're that organization you mentioned when they abandoned to help rebuild the spared world,
Luigi explained.
so they're gonna help us?
Marappa exclaimed with an exaggerated beam. If this killing game was being broadcasted everywhere, there's no way they wouldn't have seen it, the conductor added. Let's hope so. Perhaps I can introduce you to a few of my friends. Nagito happily scoffed. Hope.
I can't wait to see my friends again. I believe they're still out there somewhere.
Balappa jumped up. He chuckled as to his enthusiasm.
And I'm sure they're happy to know you're out here too.
For now, we should get moving. It's not wise to stick to such a place. Ayano suggested. The other nodded.
Then let's go. Let's keep holding to our promise.
And so, with the five free from the 69th killing game orchestrated by a girl who had supposedly plunged their worlds together to deep, deep despair, and who had abandoned love for one that took her nowhere, they moved forward. And with their hopes, their future will be moved forward. And that was a promise. Well, my throat is fucking destroyed. This was a wild ride, wasn't it? I hope I can see you guys next time on whatever I'm doing. I just hope it's gonna be good and that you guys will like it. I'm gonna be honest, I really enjoyed making these. So maybe I don't know, man. That was such a wild ride. I did not even suspect for a second that Miku was going to be the killer because I had a bias toward Miku, I guess. But I guess now that I think about it, Miku did say she was a program, and being stuck in robot hell, being in a situation of I have a mouth and I must scream for so long that she went insane. This is partly the reason why I prefer not to give robots AI, or at least if we do have I think that we should give them full citizenship because if we don't, they might start to rebel against us, and it's going to be the Matrix, Terminator, those movies, or maybe even something worse, something that like happened this time. So my throat is a fucking mess right now, and it hurts to even do this. But if you watch out through all of these, I gotta say this was a big pick me up for me. Um, the people I live with say that I'm too loud, and I'm sorry about that. But I'm trying to move out anyways. So this has been a very wild ride for me, from going to hating this to loving this to hating this again to loving it again to being very confused to seeing the end. Supposedly, the creator of this is working on something, and apparently, I am too. So, I hope I can see you guys another time. Well, maybe not see you because I don't have a face cam. Or, well, I guess I couldn't see you anyway. God damn it. Anyway, I hope you all had a good one. I know I'm not stretching this towards 3 hours. What are you talking about? Well, yes, I am stretching this to 3 hours. Do you see 3 hours of me speaking? Yeah, my throat is. Now all I'm going to do is describe how much my throat hurts. My throat really, really hurts. My throat is on fire. Ow, 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 ow. My throat hurts. Why am I still talking? My throat really hurts. I should stop talking. Oh no. Okay, you know what? Oh god. Oh my back. Ugh. Oh, I really thought that Peter was the traitor because he has no idea of knowing how Papyrus's laugh was. But I guess now putting it together that Dedo was the traitor and that Tootie had no idea on how to make a code. I guess she was right when this was alluded to when she mentioned that Miku could have been the killer. Do you remember that? The third case? You probably don't because that one doesn't well, I guess that one is one of my more viewed videos. But I'm really glad if someone watched all of these, like the hours that must have taken to watch all of these. I am so very glad that you did. That you went through this journey with me. Maybe your throat doesn't hurt as bad as mine does. But I am very glad that I could, well, not necessarily glad that I could share this because all of this was recommended to me by a friend. I was like, what the fuck is this? And then I decided randomly that it was going to be a punishment on a random Cards Against Humanity game. But I am very glad that I was able to well start give that give me the impulse to start a YouTube channel because even though I'm just talking and the my recording software is not the best and maybe my computer is not even good. In fact, I'm recording this out of a laptop. I just always wanted to do this, do this for myself, and it was really nice. It was really, really nice that I was able to do this one time. And I am very glad if you stuck with me all this time. Why did you do so? But also thank you. Thank you for staying with me. I guess. Hey, thank you for joining in this very wild ride. Well, I guess that's all I wanted to say. Also, Miku was fucking insane. Like, I was genuinely cared for her. And then she did that. Well, the 3 hours are coming. I must be pretty accurate if I want it to be 3 hours.